recap. Cool. So last session, didn't make a whole lot of progress traveling. Really, you got ambushed by this Empire ship, if you remember. They came aboard and did a quick inspection, found some suspicious stuff, i.e. a massive haul of gunpowder in your hold and weapons, and probably like way too many people on the ship than what a normal sort of mercenary cargo ship would have. So they tried to detain you, and when you refused, there was a massive fight. It got quite explosive. Rio jumped on a cannon and just tore it to shreds. I did like 130 damage with a single hit in one go. The rest of you boarded their ship and tried to take out a few strategic targets to make the fight a bit easier. So that involved destroying their cannon team, and Kai then saw their pile of gunpowder and decided, you know what, let's blow this up. So he lit a fuse and, literally destroyed their ship. It blew to pieces after a tense run from you guys trying to jump back to your own ship at the last moment. Their ship was blown to smithereens. You went around and killed all of the remaining survivors who were drowning in the water and proceeded to loot the ship, finding a few items and, quite importantly, a map, which, after checking it out, you would have seen appears to be a rough hand sketch of the Skyreach location, I suppose. And that's basically where we left off. We've now essentially come full circle. At the start of the journey, but before you'd even really met, you were on a ship like this, heading to Skyreach as slaves, and now you're here, back again, on a ship, attempting to destroy it. So before we kind of jump into anything story-wise, let's do a couple of quick housekeeping things. There were the items that you found on the ship. Do you guys want to hand those out?
I was going to say I'll claim the +1 longsword.
Cool. You good to chuck that on your sheet?
Yep, already done.
Sweet. So there was Mariner's Armor, which is leather armor that makes you really fast at swimming.
I mean, any of us that don't use heavy armor could use it, but... Oh, not all of us, eh? I don't think Kiwi can use it, can he?
I don't think Kiwi can wear any armor at all.
Why not?
Because you're a wizard. You're a wizard.
God damn it. So I can make armor, I just can't wear it.
Yeah, you gotta. I think if you're wearing heavy armor, you get like massive penalties on spellcasting and stuff. I think you can take features that lets you wear armor.
Yep.
I thought you could wear light armor though.
I have proficiency with light and medium armor.
Oh, so he can wear
Yeah,
leather stuff?
I don't know how that interacts with being a wizard, but yeah.
If you've got proficiency,
yeah.
if you've got proficiency in it, then you should be fine. I think you probably have those proficiencies because you're a dwarf. Normally with the wizard class itself doesn't get proficiency. So yeah, all good. So in theory, you could wear it if you wanted. I'm just checking.
Who wants to be the snorkel scuba diver?
Sure.
Anyone but Vale then can basically wear it.
I think more importantly, who wants it? Who wants it?
Can we get the item description in the chat, Riv? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll grab it for you.
I'm just trying to remember. Is it just like full movement in water, or is there something else to it?
Let's see. How do I?
Sorry, I should have looked it up myself.
No, you're good. Can I do this? That should open it for you if you click that link.
Yeah, that's it. Because otherwise, when you swim normally, you've only got half movement, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. So you can basically, you can just go at your normal speed.
I mean, I'll have it if no one else does.
I'm pretty sure it's a downgrade for me, so I'm not too keen on it.
Yeah, it'll be leather. So you've got studded, I think, at the moment, eh?
Where am I? Yeah, I got studded leather.
Cool.
Where do I see the AC on this Mariner?
So it's just leather armor.
Oh, okay.
And then
It's like
Mariner is
12
like
or
the
something.
magical effect. Yeah. Leather armor, basic leather armor is 11, I believe.
I'm good.
Plus
Huge.
dex. Plus dex up to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Dundar should put it on, especially if he's got no armor at all.
Yeah, what are you wearing at the moment, Dunda?
Just common clothes.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go.
Okay, well, check. What's your current armor class?
How do I check that?
Be on your character sheet.
Directly underneath your portrait.
There'll be a
12.
number.
Oh,
Unarmored plus 2 dexterity.
okay, so yeah, you'd be up to
14. I
13
think, right?
wearing it. So 11 plus
Oh,
dex.
yeah,
So
13.
you'd be up to 13 while you're wearing it. It's a bonus.
Sure.
Cool. Alrighty then. Fantastic. And then, so there was the map. You can all see that if you like. I've made it available for you up the top. So that's the Skyridge Labour Camp sketch. And then after that, there were some things that, there was some crafting that you guys were doing on the journey, which I asked you guys to just give me a bit of time to sort of, plan it properly rather than making up something bad on the fly. So this was the stuff that Kai, you wanted to make your obsidian dagger, and Rio, you wanted to make your gunpowder arrows.
Yeah, I wanted to make some half a dozen explosive arrows if possible.
Yeah, maybe not half a dozen, because it's quite a difficult and tricky thing to invent, but we'll do some rolls and see how many you can make. So we'll do
Sure.
Kai first. So you rolled a 12 originally for the sketches, which was cool. You helped, you worked with Gromdal to come up with the design. I'll get another roll from you now just to see sort of your, how, I guess, accurate you're able to make it according to what you were sort of after. So just roll a straight dexterity check.
Can I get Kiwi to make it something more proficient with
Yeah, sure, why not?
crafty stuff? I can give you
Donda's got
some.
stone cunning, right?
Yeah, I can give you some guidance.
All the buffs. Yeah, go for it. So I think,
I'll give you some guidance, Donda.
yeah.
I'm not good with cutting rocks, especially sharp rocks like obsidian.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to, oh, there you go, you got it. So this will be a dex check +3 because you're proficient in smith tools.
Plus, does guidance help with this?
Yeah, and then +d4 on top.
Yeah, let's go, Donda. Smash some rocks.
All right. So you
Is
added
that the right roll?
looks right. Yeah, so you've got, oh yeah, so the smith tool check, it figured it out for you automatically. Yeah, great, 19. So what I will allow with a 19 is essentially, Lisa, you can kind of, have the design yourself. What I was imagining is that you could either have the obsidian blade and it kind of looks semi-rough, like it still looks like a stone that's been carved into shape, or if you want, you can have an extremely polished blade that looks like a nicely edged and sharp blade itself that's been polished down to shininess, kind of however you want the style to be.
I'll have it rough for now, and then we can polish it as we go.
All right, cool. I have some images that I generated if you want some ideas for inspiration. But yeah, I'll I'll drop one image into Discord if you like. I'll chuck it in the
Cool.
chuck it in the, where will I chuck it? In the notes channel? How about something like that? Nice rosewood handle with a rough obsidian blade.
Oh, that looks sick.
All right, fantastic. Cool. So then over to the smoke powder arrows. So you had rolled already. Roll a final time. So, sorry, let me clarify. So because of the kind of tricky nature of the design here, A lot of this would have been actually coming up with the design itself because it's something that's never been invented before. So I'll let you make either 2 rolls, so you can produce 2 arrows, or you can make a single roll with advantage to potentially make the arrow that you have better.
Me?
Yep.
If you want guidance, you can have guidance if you want it. If you don't,
So I can either get potentially two new arrows, or upgrade the one I've got.
Oh, so dynamite arrow, you've got that one already. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is for
Okay.
the new smoke powder arrows. Yeah. So you can either get 2 and roll separately for each, or you can get 1 and roll with advantage.
I'll go for one really good one. What do you want me to roll?
Cool. Yeah, same thing. Dexterity
double that once.
plus a
Double that
d4.
one.
Victim range.
Oh, not
Alright.
bad, dude. That's a good arrow.
Pretty good. Yeah, you've got 5 dex. Incredible. So yeah, you feel free to add to your sheet a custom arrow. It is a smoke powder arrow, and it's going to do an extra 46 fire and force damage if you hit with it. Great. The rear you had were asking about the fuses as well.
So you said 46 force and fire damage?
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. And then, so fuse, you were wondering about how the fuses work. So, Jorand, as working with him, you would have found that there are 2 different types. You can get fast fuses, which is they will ignite 10 seconds for every foot of fuse, or you can get a slow fuse, which is 1 minute for every foot. And there's essentially an infinite supply of it. Like it's not a constrained resource. They're cheap to make. You know, within reason. I'm not going to let you have like 600 feet that you can just like run all the way through the camp or something like that. But yeah. Cool. All right. Is there anything else people can think of in terms of sort of catching up on things that we were doing throughout this voyage, or are we good to progress? Cool. All right. So off the back of the fight, 8 sailors had died, and you had laid them to rest in the ocean, and the day progressed on after that. The shoreline now coming into view. The cloud, the weather hasn't turned terrible, but the clouds have come in, and so the evening is getting dark quite rapidly. There's a bit of a cool breeze coming in from the ocean, and the odd birds you now start hearing as you get closer and closer into the shore. It's going to get very cold. You can actually see up on the cliffs as you get closer in, there's a smattering of snow that has begun to stick on the ground. And yeah, as you kind of cross like a bend on the shoreline itself, you come around a horn, and you notice out in front of you now, you see a large river opening that opens out into the ocean itself. Yeah, JC, you can use whatever fuse you want, man.
Yeah, cool. So just the 2, 1 on each.
Cool. So you're just going to chuck a 10-second on both of them?
Yeah, I'll add it to the description on both.
Sweet as. So coming to the mouth of the river, at this point, Barrack will signal for the ship to come to a slow and sort of dock up. Not beaching it, but pretty close to the shoreline, trying to avoid too much attention. Know now that this is kind of the point of no return. Once you start heading up the river, we're in it. So this is the time for any sort of final preparations, any plans and discussions that need to be had. So at this point, I guess I'll throw it over to you guys. Is there anything that you guys want to do in these last sort of hours leading up to the evening that you wanted to chat about, or are you all good to carry on?
We rested?
Yeah, everyone do a long rest because it was another days of travel since the thing, and that is the level up. You want to do your level up over the long rest. It's weird how it says potion of water breathing recovers charges. I think you might need to delete that from your sheet, Kiwi.
Oh.
Otherwise it might keep coming back.
You keep swimming. Swimming.
It's a bottomless potion. Alright, sweet. So yeah, should be all topped up and preparing for the evening and whatnot and for the day. Make sure if you're a spellcaster, you go through and specifically prepare the spells that you intend to have. Great. So unless there is anything that you guys wanted to sort of chat about, like directly before any of this was happening, Barrack is going to send word that he wants to have a chat with you guys in his cabin up in the captain's quarter. Which, assuming you're all happy to do. Yeah. You can rock on up. Up towards the back of the ship, opening up through the door and heading on in, and you can see him. He's lounging back in his seat behind his desk, kind of just staring out the window, looking a bit pensive. Thoughts clearly somewhere elsewhere. And as you come in, he looks up and, yes, Lady Nels, please come in. Take a seat. And you can see there are stools around the room, which you can all grab and sit if you wish.
Sure.
And
sits.
yeah. And as you come in and make yourself comfortable, he kind of just looks around at you for a moment and says, I want to take some time now before this begins to kind of lay my cards on the table, just so that we are completely aware of where we stand. I wouldn't say I haven't been dishonest with you, but I want you to know why I really am doing this. It's not just about sticking it to the Empire. There's more to it for me, as I am sure that it is for you as well. And then, yeah, he, looking around at you, he sort of just breaks into a story. My wife died in childbirth. It seems to happen, as happens. But she left me a son, Baron, and it was the last thing that I had to remember her by. He grew, rose through the ranks, and I was a tough father, but he was skilled, and he proved his worth. And eventually, after coming of age, I gave him a ship, and his very first voyage to take as a new captain was a requisition from the Empire itself. Apparently, and I say apparently because I wasn't there for this, he stood up to the captain that was there from the Empire. This captain had apparently been abusing and humiliating the crew members, making them work harder, and he stood up. When the ship came back into harbour, he wasn't there. The crew said that he had been killed on the spot and dumped overboard. From that day, I vowed my life's work is to tear this empire to the ground. I just wanted you guys to know this, so that you realize it's not just a business transaction for me. It's not a matter of commerce or setting an advantage up for the Moorbreakers. It's more personal for me. But now that I have laid my cards on the table, I'm curious. Yourselves, I don't know a lot, but from what I heard from Miss Feingold, you had been captured by the Empire at some point. I'm curious, why are you doing this? And looks to you, Valerian. You seem like a very experienced fighter. You've clearly many years of combat under your belt, as I've noticed from you training the crew. What do you have against the Empire?
If I'm honest, I don't know. It's more what they have against me. I don't remember much before waking up on the ship with the rest of these boys. And since then, they've been chasing me. And not just in a us as escaped prisoners sense. Been singled out by posters. And frankly, all I can remember is how to fight. If they want to fight, I'll give them a fight.
Interesting. No memory at all, eh?
Not really, no. Odd little flash, but nothing specific.
Have you been to see anyone about that? Sure, I'm sure there are priests or clerics that might be able to help.
I haven't really had the chance. What with being chased and sorting things out to get this rolling.
Fair enough. Suppose there hasn't been a lot of time. Okay, well, I hope that maybe this is an opportunity for you to stick it back to them. Maybe no longer be on the run and instead take the offensive, eh? You, Kai.
Well,
oh, sorry. Please.
I'd say, if anything, this is probably going to accelerate the run speed, because I think we all know that this isn't going to end quietly.
No, everything is going to change after tonight. Kai, yourself.
Well,
What drives you?
what drives me? Well, I'm an orphan. The Empire, they destroyed my village, killed my parents. So just like you, this for me is very personal.
Okay, it's good to know. I'm sorry to hear of that. Hope you get something out of this.
I hope so too. I just want to burn them down to the ground.
Yeah, that I understand.
You can see why I kind of blew up the ship, you know?
Yeah, it was rather theatrical, but can't say I didn't enjoy it. He looks over to Rio and Erendor. You two are very quiet. Okay. I don't think I've spoken to either of you very much, and you keep to the shadows. Rio, I don't know if I've ever actually seen you without your hood up. What does the Empire have on you?
I think I can trust you. I'll drop the hood and pull the reveal all my facial features.
At this, he kind of leans forward a bit and almost whistles. Now that is not a sight you see every day. You full-blooded, are you?
Mm-hmm. And purely because I am what I am, they lock me up. So let's get them back.
I understand. Do you know anything about what happened to your people?
No, nothing. All I remember is being in a forest.
Well, I can understand why you would want to be on the run. I'm sure the Empire would have many questions for you. I mean, I've already heard talk of elves being captured and held, but, well, fair enough. And yourself, Erendor?
Wait, have you met other elves?
Not personally, just stories.
Yeah. I put my hood back up and say, this stays in this room alone.
Of course. You have my word. Erendor. Haven't met you very much.
Try to keep away from people as much as I can. Being only half-blooded, I'm not quite as hunted as Rio, but still, I don't particularly take to authority so much.
That's fair enough, and I understand, so... Well, you clearly seem to be a man of many skills. I hope that they come in handy. And finally, yourself, Dwarf. I imagine, just based on your people's history alone, you have more than enough cause for wanting to stick it to the Empire, but is there anything else personal that drives you?
Well, there could be. I may have a backstory, and I may have forgotten it. But I just want to bring the Empire down. They did not do well to dwarves.
Indeed. All right, very well. I mean, that's all I wanted to say, really. It's good to know that you have people around that you can trust, and to know what drives them. I hope that, hope that when the coming fight we can rely on each other. Have any of you had any new thoughts or ideas around how you want to plan this assault?
Yeah, so I've had a thought.
Please.
We've got the map of the blueprints, or has he got the blueprint map?
You can have it, yeah. Or you can lay it on the table for everyone to see.
Yeah, I'll pull out the blueprint map of Skyreach and the central highest point. I'm like, how high again is this from the water?
So you're tapping on the bridge itself, do you mean? Like, kind of up here? Yeah, I'll drag everyone over, eh?
Oh, on the actual blueprints map.
Oh, blueprints map, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. So yeah, Gromdale estimated that it's roughly 400 feet above the river.
Ah, damn, too high. Okay.
Now, tell us what you were thinking, Rio. We may be able to have a workaround potentially.
Oh no, with what I've got in my pockets, and I feel like I've picked up a new trick after that last little skirmish with the Empire. I was thinking of playing with this, and I pull out the rope of climbing and show everyone. I'm like, with this, I can get 60 foot in the air. And what time of the day is it? Early morning, late afternoon?
Currently it's evening, with the idea
Evening.
being that you'd want to assault it at nighttime, yeah.
Oh, so we're going in tonight, are we?
If you don't want to, then you can suggest something else.
Oh, okay. I was gonna burn a spell slot to make an example, but I won't do that then. And I'm pretty sure I can, with another set of rope, make that go up in the air. And if it was about 120 foot, I could use one rope to carry me up to the other rope, and then just plant the charges. So I could blow the center arch all on my own.
I don't think you carry enough explosive on you to be able to get up there by yourself.
Oh shit! How heavy was each one of these?
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. They're 50 pounds each. It's quite heavy. You need 3.
Crap. Okay, disregard them. The ropes and the spells can definitely carry the weight, but all right, never mind.
All right. So what's the idea here then? We're at the mouth of the river. I assume we want to sail partway up, probably not straight to their gates directly. But my kind of initial thoughts was we sail halfway up the river, unload, get as many skiffs as we have available further up the river so that we can rapidly retrieve the prisoners. But yeah, most of the way on foot.
Yeah, I look around at the party. Can anyone fly by any chance?
Maybe.
Because if any of us could, that would make a big difference to what we could do.
Do you see wings on my back?
No, but you're an elf. You might have magical means.
His ears aren't that big.
Erendor gets the dirtiest of dirty looks.
Dondar can enhance flight for 10 minutes for someone.
10 minutes. How far can we fly in 10 minutes?
You can fly at a speed of 60 feet.
60 feet per round, which is
6 seconds.
Yeah, quite fast.
Oh wow!
600 foot a minute, so 6,000 feet total.
So we could fly up really quick.
You get to the you could get up in a bit under a
The
minute.
bridge is only 400 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that beats climbing for sure. Someone think of something. Can we upcast it by any chance to make it?
Not if you only just got it, I don't think.
At higher
What does
levels,
that
it
mean?
just lets you cast it on more people as well. It doesn't go faster.
No, yeah, more because if we have more people, we can carry more bombs.
Mhm. Yeah, no, so it'll be a third level slot at the moment, so you won't be able to go up.
All right.
There is
Well-
only that one arch that's the issue, though. In terms of access, the other two we can access.
Well,
Right?
I think the question is, it takes 2 kegs to blow the weak point, but a person can only carry 1 keg, I think was the limiter, I believe.
I think it was 3 at each location.
Mhm.
Uh,
And a person can only carry 2 or something. I remember there was sort of like a limiter that we couldn't.
Well,
It
yeah.
can be done solo.
Imagine like a 50-foot like beer keg. Sorry, a 50-pound beer keg. It's going to be pretty tough to carry both at once. Yeah.
Still, it's probably one of the better options we've got. Especially if someone drank a potion of invisibility and was invisibly flying.
That's true, but he'll still need an extra keg to blow the main arch up.
They just have to
Keg.
do 2 trips.
Oh yeah, it only takes them like 2 minutes.
The challenge is
Down.
fixing it to the underside of the arch.
Just thinking.
Do you have any ideas for how to do that?
Well, we have probably all the rope in the world would need on these ships. So
Oh,
we could
the rope-
probably tie it up.
The rope climbing could do it, but we'd probably have to sacrifice it.
I think you can get around with that. If you want to lash stuff, the best person I believe I've seen.
I have
is
a
Death
number
Metal.
of pittons as well, so
Mm-hmm.
just need to secure the kegs with some rope and tie them to one of these.
And Erendor has 3 hands. See?
Indeed.
That's definitely an option. So do we send an invisible, sneaky flying man to place 2 kegs while the rest of us do assaults on the 2 pillars?
Yeah, you might need to have Erendor and Donda work together as a team because his flight to concentration spell, I believe, or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so they can tackle the main archway and do a relay up and down while invisible. And that saves me from combat. I don't have to spider climb up 400 feet.
I don't think you have to climb up 400 feet, though.
Oh, that's true.
Like, we have to climb the towers.
Oh, yeah.
Whether we bust through a wall at the top or there are openings, like, we shouldn't have to fly or walk the whole way.
True. Just looking at the Skyreach blueprints, we notice that they have A and B. So we have 2 columns, left and right. So we'll have to eventually split it. Like, do we go as one team and the other team B? Is that part of Barrack's group that go to attack the pillar?
if you want some of my people to take one pillar while we take the others, we can arrange that. Again, you guys are the experts in this, so I'll leave it to you.
I guess we have 2 options here. We can go as one group, go to, say, pillar A, then move to the top, and then down to pillar B and out, which was perfect timing with whoever just drew that.
It was really good timing. I thought it was
That
you.
was not me. No, that was not me.
Nice.
We could do a loop and then run.
and do a
Or-
chain explosion as we evacuate.
Well, I mean, I've been playing. I've been spending a lot of time with what's his name? With the gunner,
Jorand.
Jorans, and we've been playing with fuses, and I've got the timings down pretty good with some of this fuse. We can take fuse and set up a length so we can have them all blow up at the same time. But as we leave each one, we risk the Empire finding our barrel stash and disarming the fuse before they explode. Or we can make three teams and go for all three at the same time.
So if I look at the Skyreach sketch, where the labor camp is, what side is more important? Are we going from... Does the Empire need to come from the west to get across to the east? Or coming from the east across to the west? In terms of direction.
I don't think we really know. I would imagine they'd camp at both ends if they're smart.
You've got all the information that I can give you. Have a look at the Voltara map, the blueprints, and this sketch. Unless there's like you want to make like a history roll about the region or
right. I
something,
see. I see. Yeah, looking at the Voltara map, it's better that we go up as you describe on the Skyreach blueprint to blow up A before we get to B first, because they would want to come from the west to get across to the east. That means
We've got a choice between speed or safety. Splitting and hitting 3 points is quicker, but there is also the risk of being too small a force to get the job done. Or we can move as one, which means it will be safer, but it will be much slower.
I reckon we split. We have Dondar and Erendor do the midpoint, and then we rendezvous from A to midpoint and reinforce them, and then we all together hit B from the midpoint after clearing A.
I heard half of that. I don't know if anyone else is
he's cutting
fading
out.
in and out.
Dondar and myself head to C.
Yeah, head to C
and
directly.
Everyone else goes A, rendezvous.
Yeah, rendezvous, and then all hit B.
Yeah.
And then evacuate.
That'll probably give them a bit more time to get the people out of the camp too. If we take a bit longer, there's more time for people to get out of the camp, because if we just roll in and blitz it and then run, then I imagine it's probably going to take a bit of time to corral up all the prisoners and get them moving.
That's true.
something that my people may be able to help with. After the fight with the Empire ship, I think there's roughly 60 strong men and women that we can use somehow in the fight. I imagine that at some point an alarm may be raised. It's a possibility we have to prepare for. Would you like my men to come with you initially, or should we hold them in reserve in case of alarm?
My personal inclination would be to make as much noise getting the prisoners out as you can to draw attention your way.
Indeed.
If any reinforcements that are called are sent into the low ground, they will, just pulling up the labour camp, they'll come down the paths from the upper. They won't go into the bridge and then down the legs. That would be unlikely. It does mean our evac will probably be tricky because we'll be cut off by reinforcements, but it also means the forces will be not coming to us to defend. We're up inside the bridge doing work.
Well, for me, one of the most important things about this whole endeavor is freeing the slaves so that we can get the word out to rile up the rest of the land. So I personally will be on the front line, holding back the Imperial scum as much as possible while the slaves try to escape. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. My personal thinking is, Barak and his men, you guys take the slave camp, make it appear that it's purely a raid to get the slaves out, free the prisoners. as cover for us going in and doing our sabotage work. So hit it hard, loud. Fire all the good things that draw attention while we're doing our work in the background.
All right.
That it looks like the path is from the dock is on the right side of the river, east side.
Mm-hmm.
What side are you going to send your men in and attack the camp from?
In theory, we could go either side. Docking at the dock may be easiest to have a quick exit, so we don't have to beach the ships or anything like that, or drop anchor.
If there's a road there, it's probably going to be easier to move people along as well, and getting them out.
Indeed.
So we should probably land on the other side and move in that way while you're drawing attention. You draw it east, we'll hit them from the west.
All right. So you want us to just full frontal assault up the eastern bank, you stealthy approach on the western bank, and then meet once the deed is done and protect our retreat, I suppose.
Instruction is going to be messy regardless of what we do. Just focus on getting the job done and we'll work it out, the details afterwards.
Okay. Would you like to do any scouting of the area beforehand, or would you like to just go for it?
I mean, information is good, but there's also information paralysis.
Fair enough.
If we can get information without tipping them off, but there's also the risk of any scouting being spotted, so speed and aggression may be the way to go. We all know whatever plan we make is going to fall apart the moment we hit contact, so...
How do we evacuate the labor camp on the west bank?
I'd imagine there'd be bridges across the river or some sort of path. I would hope.
Do we know if it's shallow upriver, or is it like deep river?
Never been here before, sorry.
Guess we need to do some recon.
Do what we can, but worst case we just break them out and start sending them south while we push on.
Yeah, sending them south is the only way if the river is too deep.
Okay. I noticed in the fight with the Devil's Wish, you boarded the ship and made a few strategic attacks. I imagine you probably may want to do a similar sort of thing to help weaken their forces. If you could get in and take out some key targets, it might help in our defenses when we're trying to free the prisoners. Just anything you can think of.
Actually, now that you think about it, who's your you've got the doctor on the ship. She's a half elf, right?
No, she's not a half elf.
Oh, she's a full elf. Okay, my bad.
She's not a full elf either. I think it's maybe
I
a
just
conversation
asked
you
if
want to have with
you've
her.
seen a full elf.
Yeah. I'll let her decide whether or not she wants to tell you about her background.
I was thinking, do we have anything like of something like herbs or mushrooms or whatever that makes people sick? Somehow infiltrate into the army's camp and lace their food with some additives. I know I gave some poison mushrooms to Erendor. I wonder if we should powder form them, like dry them up, pound them into powder. Someone with the ability to infiltrate into their camp and spike their food, or we do an attack the day before.
Do we want to risk the prisoners, the labor camp prisoners eating that?
No, the
Don't know who
army.
they got to feed.
No, as in like I'm sure the army would be separate from the labor camp. They would have their own food ration.
Do we have a day to burn after we've blown up a patrol ship and are sailing into very obvious?
There's no
There's
way
no
they
way.
would have heard about it. I don't think.
The ship would be missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we don't know if that ship was based here, whether it was just going for a loop and coming back. We don't know any of this. Whatever we do, we don't have days. We have to get this done sooner rather than later.
All right. Based on the ship map, how far are we away from the mouth of the, what's it called? How far are we away from Skyreach?
Oh yeah, so it'll be a few hours travel up. I imagine you would have docked at the mouth of the river, sort of in the afternoon, evening, and then you could sail up the river for several hours until you can hit in the late evening or early morning or whatever.
All right. As soon as we hit the mouth, can I go up to the crow's nest to do a perception check? I want to see if they've got any scouts or anything at the mouth, like any towers or anything, or any patrols at the mouth, just in case they have anything watching boats coming in and out.
Yeah. So I mean, I imagine you like at this point when we've paused, we would have paused at the mouth itself, so you can go and have a look at that now if you like. So yeah, feel free to go and roll a perception check.
Duke, let's go. Oh, it's not terrible.
Not too bad. Yeah, you're pretty confident from where you can see there are no man-made structures within eyesight. The canyons are deep and wind away out of sight very quickly.
Cool. All right, I head back down.
If their commanders, if their commander's remotely competent, there will be scouts on the high ground watching south. They will see us coming.
I guess that was part of why I was wondering how far away we should dock. I mean, sailing upriver,
It's slow.
slow. May have to cut sails. I mean, just kind of like looking at the gorge itself, I imagine they wouldn't have a lot of line of sight. The question would be whether or not they've got scouts posted along the riverbank. Potentially
Really?
something we could deal with as we go.
We can definitely try. But like I said, if they're remotely competent, there will be scouts. We will be seen. We are not fast moving.
All right, I'd like to stay in the crow's nest and keep my eye out for signal fires. That's the only way they would be able to get word out quickly. I believe.
Look around, say speed, surprise, and violence. That's what makes combat works. We've got limited speed, we probably won't have surprise, which means we need lots of violence.
Alright, I'm gonna keep guidance up. I'm just gonna spam guidance while standing in the crow's nest as we sail up the river, and I'm gonna keep looking and keep looking.
Alright.
Royo, you might want to join him up there with your bow. He might be able to get a shot off on any scouts.
Okay. Just quickly before I leave the. Where's my notes? Sorry. Got so many tabs open. They're all on top of each other. Where's this guy's name? Sorry, I freaking didn't write it down. I go to the guy. We're still in his cabin, right? Talking with him.
Yeah.
How close to winter are we? As I pull out the captain's letter from the prison ship we were on.
Winter's pretty much here. As I mentioned earlier, you can see snow sticking on the cliffs around where you're docked. Winter is upon us.
Right. I flick him the captain's letter and go, they want this to be completed before winter, so we better hurry up. We don't have days.
Interesting. I wonder if that will mean there'll be more or less guards posted. I mean, hell, they might have already killed all the slaves. If they don't need them anymore and they've already finished, I guess we have no time to waste.
With that, I'll go up to the crow's nest and pull out my bow and go on sentry duty.
All right. Cool. Everyone else good?
As everyone's filing out, I'm just going to turn to Barak and say, are you ready for where this is going to go? You do know that this puts some more breakers at war.
I know.
You got all your people ready to move out of town, if not moved already?
Valerin.
Ma will no longer be safe.
He kind of holds you back as the others start filing out. He just locks eyes with you. I'm sure you know as well as I do. Not expecting many of us to come out of this alive. The most important thing is freeing the people. But my men, they know what to do.
Just remember, the object of war isn't to die for a cause, it's to make the other bastard die for his.
You see, tears kind of fill his eyes just a little bit. They don't start running. He nods, and I'll remember that. I'll try to at least.
I see Rio come up to the crow's nest, and I help him up, and I pat him on the shoulder, and I give him vigilant blessing.
Cool. All right. So before the journey up, the voyage up the river begins, Beric calls all hands to the top of the deck. The rowers, who will be able to take turns rowing, since we've got an abundance of crew members at this point, all make their way up. It's a very packed top deck, and Beric moves to the front of the ship. You guys can still be up on the crow's nest if you like. You can see, or you can come down, either or. But standing at the front of the ship, Beric just kind of looks around at the people assembled. Waits a few moments, and then a loud voice that rings out around the cliff tops around you. He says, "Brothers, sisters, we stand at the precipice of our destiny. The Empire's chains have bound us, each link forged with the iron of our forbearance. But tonight we shatter these bonds with the hammer of our wrath. For generations, the Empire's boot has suffocated us, pressed upon our necks, a symbol of our servitude. Tonight we rise to cast off this yoke. We will deal a blow so mighty that our ancestors will feel it in their eternal rest, and the oppressors will tremble at the mention of our name. The dawn that awaits us may well be painted with the crimson of our blood. So be it, for it will also be marked with the ashes of the Empire's vanity. We will show them that their stone and steel can crumble, that their fortresses can fall, their might is not absolute. We will light the flame of liberty, a signal to all who have been silenced to raise their voices once more, the beginning of the end for those who dared deem us meek. So, brothers and sisters, let the call to arms sound forth. Let the Empire hear our unified cry. No more. This night we fight not just for ourselves, but for the future of our people. After tonight, everything will change, but like the waves, we will ride this change to freedom and victory. For the rebellion. And then everyone on the ship, yeah, for the rebellion. Cheers. Go out around with the people. Everyone's clapping each other on the back and adjusting weapons, tightening armor, locking eyes with each other, friends, sisters, brothers, as they all go about the ship and get ready for potentially the final voyage of the Albatross. So it starts making its way up the river.
While it's making its way up, I was going to do a quick round of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Do the old equipment check, make sure all weapons are sharp, buckles are buckled, spell slots are spell slotted, and inspire everyone so everyone gets 8 temporary hit points because we've gone up a level.
Nice.
Ooh.
As the evening starts to come in, sun's starting to set. As the ship slowly makes its way up the gorge, you see the very, very tall cliffs kind of immediately come upon you. Down on the riverbanks, the snow still not quite sticking, but you can see higher up amongst the tops of the peaks and the cliffs, snow is laying. You see the odd animal, bird, a crow flies past, but there's this odd sort of eerie silence as all you hear is just the splash of the oars in the river crashing itself. The river itself is quite wide and fairly rough in places, but easily wide enough to handle a few ships making its way up. The cold continues to come in. It gets colder and colder as the bitter air and the wind starts cutting into you. The cloudless night sky makes it feel even more dark and oppressive. No stars, no moonlight.
Awesome. Do I notice any signal fires along the way?
Roll another perception check.
Sweet.
I'm scouting as well. Can I roll as well, or?
Yep,
You
go
can
for
roll
it,
as well.
Or you can do advantage.
I was gonna just guidance and perception, but you can check yourself too.
I'll give him advantage. Well, I'm up there looking as well.
Oh, advantage. Oh, you want to give me advantage plus the plus guidance? Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
Damn, your perception's good, eh? 9+7. Plus a lot. Yeah, so I guess I can tell you, like, you probably didn't need a really good roll for this. The terrain at this point beside the river is rough. It's barely passable. Hence why this is quite an important location to gain dominance over. Extremely unlikely that anyone could try and come down these cliffs, across the river and back up the other side. It's vertical in places, all the way down to the river itself. Sometimes it's almost feeling like you're carving straight through rock. The river itself rather has carved straight through the rock. There's very, very low chance that anyone would have signals or stations dotted along this river.
All right.
Cool.
No, between medic getting a bit cold. Some of these prisoners are probably going to be freezing and more than likely wet. Make sure we've got braziers ready to go and something warm to wrap them in.
Yeah, cool. Plenty of like blankets and stuff like that. The crew can start to pull together from the cargo. Right. So the hours start to drag by. Evening well and truly comes. Gets to potentially midnight-ish. We still haven't quite seen anything yet. A few hours into the early morning, and you notice the ravine and the gorge itself starts to open up a bit wider. Until you come around a bend, just up in front of you, you see a little structure with a few sort of jetties poking out into the water, which you assume must be the dock that you've seen on the map. Barrick, assuming the plan was still to dock here, carries advises to carry the ship onwards and pulls up. And it's interesting. You guys are keeping your eyes out. Roll one final perception check, Kai.
Does he get advantage again?
Yeah,
From that
sure.
helping?
Yep.
Let's not go. Oh no.
It's all good.
Wait, do I get to add a D4 to that? Or
you're
did
doing
it add
guidance.
already?
Yeah. No, you could do a D4 on top of that. Oh, nice. 19 total. Yeah. So, it's quite a bare bones sort of a dock. Like there's barely even a shack or a structure there. It's mainly just the jetty itself that they've been able to build. Any extra effort put into making some sort of shelter or base would have been potentially wasted. Resources needing to carve out against the gorge. So looking around, you don't actually see anyone stationed here at this point.
Do I see any
empty.
fires? No fires?
There are a couple of torches burning. There's like a rough shelter where you might stand under it to shelter from like the rain. And there are some lanterns hanging there, which are currently lit.
So it might be occupied.
But
No
from what you can
shadows.
see, yeah, from what you can see, it doesn't seem to be any people here. So, Barrick continues the ship forwards, not hearing any sort of calls for alarm or anything like that, and proceeds to dock. A few of the crew jump over the side and grab the large ropes and tie them up. And behind you, other ships come as well. The remaining ships that have finally caught up with you, I should have mentioned, at the mouth of the river. And yeah, they're all, you can see them preparing they will like flip them around so they're facing back downstream, ready for a quick exit. They're all sort of stacking up in a line down the river. Great. So at this point, you are docked on the western bank of the river. What's the plan? What are we doing?
We need eyes. We need a scout.
I think we were going to cross the river and move forward. Scout wouldn't hurt, but we need to get the bodies moving. We're here. The longer we're sitting here, the more chances there are for things to go wrong.
Yep. Yeah, great. So do you want to take a skiff over to the other side, and then they can bring it back again and get it ready for transport?
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Just the 5 of you?
I think that might be best.
Yeah, I think 5 of us would be fine. If they don't know we're coming, even better, right?
Yeah, well, the noise is going to be on the east bank. So.
All right.
Hang on a moment. How are we going to? Are we trying to get this all done at the same time? How are we communicating between ourselves?
Between us and Barrack.
How are we talking between our parties if we're splitting here?
I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty obvious when they attack the camp because there'll be lots of screaming and shouting.
That was my other thing. Are we blowing the bridge first? Are they attacking?
No,
the
they're
camp
getting the
draw
people
away?
out while we go set the charges. If we drop the bridge, we're just going to drop it on the camp and kill lots of people.
So it's a coordinated strike, I think.
Yep.
Yes. So we're not blowing until we hear the evacuation started.
We're going to be pushing as fast as they can. They're going to be pushing as fast as they can. We'll have to play it by ear.
Is there some sort of signal we could use? Donda, I'm sure you can create a spark of fire if something goes wrong on your end. Maybe shoot a spark and that'll let us know to advance or progress, or is it just all guns blazing?
What are guns?
Cannons? All cannons blazing?
Dundar could put some light in the sky.
I could always light an arrow and shoot it in the air.
Light an arrow, yeah.
How about we have half the skiffs on one side of the bank and half on the other? If we're going to send people down all the way across, I'm sure the people on the west bank are not going to cross the river to get to the east bank to escape down. We just send them all south. Would be the easiest, wouldn't it?
Potentially. It's difficult to tell, really, without knowing much about the camp itself. But we could try and cover all our bases that way.
I mean, if there's a way to cross between the camps, it's a non-issue. If there isn't a way to cross between the camps, we'll just have to work it out when we get there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just head up.
We got to work with what we have, not with what we might have, I guess.
Luckily, someone built a bridge.
Kai, your passive perception is 17, right?
Yeah.
As you're hearing this conversation, as this conversation is happening, rather, you swear you hear something, like murmured voices or footsteps or something heading in the direction of where you're currently docked.
Right. I would like to
The steps start getting louder.
all right.
And you feel like you might have 30 seconds, a minute max before they come around a corner to see you.
I tap everyone, incoming, incoming.
Where? What?
Do I know what direction from? Is it
Yeah,
from north?
from north they're coming down.
Oh, north of it, north of us. We
So you
have.
can see, yeah, there's a path up along this western bank of the river.
I would like to hide somewhere.
I don't think we can hide several hundred men and multiple
we've got-
warships.
Just
Just us, though,
myself.
isn't it?
Fuck you all, I'm hiding.
Oh yeah, I'm diving into a bush or something. I'm out of the light. I'm trying to hide.
Okay, so are you still on the boat, or have you come off the boat and you're on the dock now, on the bank of the river?
Are we across the river or are we on the dock?
So you would have had this conversation back on the western bank before kind of deciding what to actually do. All right. So
I thought we crossed already. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be crossed already on the western. So they're coming on the dock side, not on the western side of the river. Western.
yeah,
bank?
you guys are still on the dock, like sort of doing the final plans and stuff like that.
Oh fuck, we're on the dock. Okay.
Yeah, you haven't crossed the river yet.
Well, I'll like to hide in a bush and prepare to cast sleep.
Okay. Yeah. So anyone who wants to hide, I guess try and hide. And anyone like Valoran, what are you doing? You standing?
I'm standing. There's no. We can't hide. Piers, what are you talking about?
Kai, so looking forwards up and around the thing, you can see there's like a turn, maybe 30 feet around from where the dock is, where it goes around a corner, and the gorge sort of carries on around.
Yeah.
How close do you imagine yourself hiding?
From the turn, maybe like, let's see, maybe like 20 feet from the turn.
Okay. Cool. Rio?
I'd follow Erendor's lead, try and find somewhere to hide, and then longbow drawn, ready to turn something into a pincushion.
Cool. So bushes as well on the bank. Erendor's there too. Dondar and Valoran, what are you guys up to?
Dondar's just going to be standing on the quay next to the ship with a big smile.
Great.
I'm just going to be standing there with my arms crossed, tapping my foot,
Yeah.
staring at where this is coming from.
Barrack has sort of like signaled the rest of the men on the ship to get ready. Like you see dozens of people come up along the line of align the side of the ship, sorry, with men crossbows just sort of like aiming in this direction. And the footsteps, like now you can all hear them getting closer and closer, sort of echoing around the ravine. Kai, with your perception, you can kind of hear this conversation coming a bit clearer, and you can hear them saying something like, "God, they haven't fucking showed up. I wonder if we need to get back and report it yet. We're expecting them tonight, right? Well, of course we're expecting them tonight. That's why we're down here in the first place. Getting them all ready to... Oh, shut the fuck up. I knew that." So clearly two people having a bit of an argument. Light is getting brighter, coming around the corner. Until, yeah. A few moments later, you see two soldiers, armor, carrying a torch, come around the corner, and they look up and see a ship docked with just 100 men also. You can see around their waist there's like they've both got horns. Clearly these appear to be scouts with horns ready to, at the moment's notice, to signal.
I have my sleep prepared, right? So
You do have your sleep prepared, so
all right, let's upcast at 3rd level and just burn a 3rd level spell slot and lights out.
just roll a quick initiative, because there were also all these dudes with their crossbows drawn.
Okay, initiative. Okay.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna have
I'm
what,
ready to
300
lose.
other people roll for initiative.
Yeah.
And
Are you
we'll
Oh,
losing
see-
an arrow
fuck.
too? Are
Do
you
you
losing an
beat
arrow
them
too,
all?
Erendor?
Nah.
God damn it! Because freaking Rhea is gonna beat me because he's got freaking vigilant blessing already.
Well, we'll see who goes first.
How do I roll initiative from? Oh, okay, just Rhea. There's no combat encounter. I can't.
Oh yeah, just who cares? Just roll it. Just roll it directly from the character sheet.
So we get advantage on. I get advantage, do I?
Yeah, you do.
And I've got a +6 to initiative. So sure, you try and go first.
I'll try it. I'm trying to roll it from my character thing, but it comes up with an error for me.
Yeah, same again. You can't roll it from the character thing because it tries to send it.
I just rolled it for Rio.
You rolled it, not me.
There is no combat encounter in your currently viewed scene. Won't let us.
Yeah, that's so weird. Very, very strange. Let's see. Do I have to like manually add you guys in or something? Because like I can see you guys are in the. I can see Kai and Rio in the encounter now. Anyway, let me roll you guys in manually, I guess. Was Kai, Erendor, and Rio, you guys were the ones doing it, right? Was anyone else?
Oh, I wasn't gonna fire.
No?
I wasn't going to
No, no.
shoot, but I was going to try and see and get in if I could solve the situation without insanity. But
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. You can shoot first, and then they'll lower the hit points, and I will put them to sleep.
See, like, you've dedicated you're going to fire on them?
Yeah.
I'll just I'll roll like a group initiative for the crew, I suppose. They've probably got like I think
With
it's-
advantage times 300.
they group initiative for these guys. Sailors have like a +2 dex, I think. Let me just check that. I guess it's just going to be, does the sleep go off or do these guys become pincushions? Yeah, they got +2.
Well, sleepy pincushions.
Okay, so Rio is actually first. So you see two guys come around. Are you just unleashing?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Just roll 2 attacks. Let's see
Three.
how, because you've got your extra attack now, right?
3.
Go for it, dude. Blast them.
Yeah, I got 3 though, don't I? On my first turn.
Yeah, man. With the dread ambush.
Where is it?
Cool, so now that you've decided you are 100% doing that and there's no takesy-backsies, watch these two now actually be ones that were the spies that are planted that we are meant to have, that were coming down to help us.
or people that would have had valuable information.
That's why I want
It
to
hurts.
sleep them.
It hits. Actually, the second one doesn't hit. Sorry, the first and the third one hit.
Cool.
So is this
All same target.
all the same target? Okay.
All same target.
You're
I'm
gonna
trying to
be
remember what my
kidding me.
multipliers are. It's been so long.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna
just-
fucking kill him. Oh,
That was the point.
I mean,
So
I
my
guess
very-
there's a chance here that you miss every shot, and they are somehow able to beat your initiative and blow the horns. But
So my first one gets an extra D8 on the damage.
these guys' initiative sucks. Go for it, dude. All right. First guard you hit is dead. Doesn't have that much health. So step out of the bush, hits him squarely between the eyes, and instantly collapse. The other guard just like has barely even recognized that this has happened yet. It's all so sudden. Usually so that's just that was your first attack, right?
That was all 3, wasn't it?
There's 2 damage rolls.
Unless
because
the 7 killed him. Unless the 7 killed him.
You've already baked your dread ambush into that first attack, eh? Yeah, cool. I gotcha. Cool. So no, so the 2 would have killed it, and then the other guy's still standing, like just agape with whatever's going on. Kai, unfortunately, the crew beats you, and so the remaining guy becomes a pincushion as like 30 arrows just dig into him, 30 crossbow bolts, and just like scatter the rocks, and yeah, he claves it to the ground.
I disappointingly shake my head and do not cast a spell.
Barrick just kind of sees you do this, and he's, yeah, but we're going loud, right?
Now.
Yeah, I guess. All right. I go and drag the bodies back, and we go to investigate the bodies to see if they were our spies.
Okay. Roll investigation check. What are you looking for?
Any like information on them that shows that they knew that we were coming?
Cool.
All right. Anyone want to help me? Everyone's around. Or actually, who's better at investigating? I think let Rio do it. Rio's got favored enemy stuff like that for human.
I don't think I'll get anything for that. I just turned to Barrack and I'm like, your guys know we're coming, right?
What guys are you talking about?
All right.
These spies that Kai's talking about?
If we had any.
Do you guys have spies? I don't think we've got any spies here.
You know what? I'm gonna investigate anyway. I'll investigate. Oh, I know nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah, it looks like every other guard you've seen.
They're people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They do appear to be humans with armor and swords and horns, I suppose, like I mentioned from your perception. But
In the conversation as they came, they didn't seem particularly warned.
yeah, I mean, you gather from the conversation that these guys are scouts that are just sort of patrolling the shoreline, and they were suspicious and kind of a bit stressed almost because the ship, some ship hadn't turned up that they were expecting.
Certain ship that is in pieces at the bottom of the ocean.
A fair assumption, I suppose. Yeah.
I would like to confiscate a horn from one of the scouts.
Yeah, sure. You can add a horn to your inventory.
I just want to cause some confusion if we blow an additional horn after we attacked from a different location. That may be a good idea. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Do they have uniforms that are worth using, or are we going for full?
We've got plenty of uniforms. Remember, we confiscated some from the exploded ship.
Those are ship uniforms. Surely they're different.
Yeah, I suppose.
They do look slightly different, yeah. But same sort of style. Clearly like soldiers of the Empire.
How many holes did we just pop into one of them?
Yeah.
Or both of them?
They are pincushions.
A new pattern.
Alright, cool. So I guess that's it, right? All good to... So we're plan is we're splitting. 5 of you are going up on the eastern shore, so you're going to have to cross over, and then the rest are just going up the west. Do you want Barrack and his men to wait for a signal before assaulting whatever happens? Or are they just to go in? Like, I guess, are you going to go and have a look ahead and then let them know with some sort of signal flare, like a burning arrow? Or
I think they're the ones making the assault. They'll attack when they're ready, and we'll hear it. It'll be pretty obvious when they're making their attack, and that'll be our...
Yeah.
Okay.
Let them give them the best opportunity to set up.
Yeah, we'll attack when they're ready, on their mark.
Okay.
They're the ones drawing attention. They make the noise, we go around.
Cool. Okay, fantastic. So that's it then. The skiff drops down, getting ready to ship you over to the other side of the bank. Just before you jump on the skiff to head over, Gromdale comes down. He's not fighting. He's an old dude. But he grabs you, Dondar, and just holds out his hand to you and says, "Good luck, lad."
You too, Grundle.
Do you grip his hand?
Yes, I do.
Give him a hug.
He shakes it firmly, and when he withdraws his hand, he makes it into a fist and presses it against his chest and then to his forehead in the kind of strange, almost ritualistic manner. You would definitely know this, being a child of the rebellion. This is a very, very common sign that the dwarves have had in their culture, I guess, for centuries, potentially thousands of years. Went out of fashion, but in the last sort of century during the rebellion, it was kind of repopularized to use as a way for the members of the rebellion to signal to each other. It essentially means, it translates to, may your heart and mind have the strength of a stone. Clearly he's indicating that he wants you to do well, and also indicating something, I guess, his allegiances.
Curious.
How do you respond?
I return
to
the
that?
gesture.
Okay, fantastic. He sees this and just nods, turns and heads back up onto the ship. As you're getting ready to embark, you can see Barrack and Ari getting into a bit of an argument. you can kind of hear she's like saying, "No, I want to be there. I want to be there fighting." And he's like, "No, hurry. We need people to defend the ship. If we lose the ship, then everything is lost." You know, he needs people to defend the ship, and there are already a number of injured crewmates from the initial fight the other day that are going to be staying behind. And so he's just, you know, they're bickering and arguing, and he needs her to stay behind. He kind of just like grabs the back of her head and presses his forehead to hers and says, "Please, please, I need you here. You're the only one I can trust to defend this location." She looks very frustrated, but eventually she relents, nods, and heads back up on top, stands and watches while the rest of you get ready to depart. Yeah, JC, you can have as much fuse as you like, dude. Within reason, but yeah.
Yeah, no, 3 links, 1 for each detonation spot, just in case we need a slow burn on them.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I assume you guys have bundled up are you guys taking all of the gunpowder with you across as well? So you'll have 9 kegs, I suppose?
Yeah.
Cool. So you can
Yeah, I think so.
jump into the skiff, 9 kegs of gunpowder in hand, and yeah.
And the skiff sinks immediately.
True. No problem. It's made for a large number of people, I suppose, a few dozen or whatever, but drops you off, heads back over, and I guess you can both parties can start slowly making your way up along the banks of the river. How are we going to be distributing the gunpowder kegs? You can probably, strap one to your back and carry one, just bearing in mind that if you're carrying them, it's going to be difficult coming to a fight.
Well, I still have 150 carry weight free.
Mm-hmm.
If carry weight is going to matter.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, you could try and rope them together and sling them over your back.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sling 2 on my back with rope, since I'm a mostly non-combatant.
Okay.
1 moment.
Does this make us walking suicide bombers?
Saboteurs.
How volatile are these kegs?
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to get hit by a fireball.
Can I drag Rope Trick along with me, or...
No, I think it's a fixed place spell.
You just want to have fun.
Because road trip's like a pocket dimension, but I'm pretty sure it's a fixed space.
Yeah, that's why I put it in the chat so I could read it and we can all read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like it's... Yeah, otherwise if you kind of have a...
Otherwise, it's a pocket balloon. Pocket
Yeah, bag of holding.
Yeah, but I mean, it's timed and spell slots, and
Yeah.
it's not like it's a
And
freaking floating
stuck on a
bag
rope
of
60
holding.
foot up.
Yeah, it's not a floating bag of holding. Otherwise, it's only an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. So why don't you guys have a think about how you want to transport the kegs over the break, which we'll jump to now, and then we'll begin the assault when we get back, eh? Should we go, it's time 27. Go like 10:15?
Yeah, 10:15.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. All right, sweet. I'll switch off the thing. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna make a cup of tea.
it.
Alright, cool. I've flicked it back on, just so we can record the conversation around the keg management.
I can take 3. We can allocate 2 to each party member, and then 1 person will be free to run point man, because they won't need to carry. My numbers are right. Because there's 9 kegs in total.
Yeah.
Yep. So that leaves each person carrying 2, a point man free, and me carrying 3.
How about you carry 2? I'll just strap 1 to my back. Will it make my, what's it called? Not very. Will it make us more noisy if we have a keg strapped to our back?
Potentially.
Surely not if the kegs aren't on fire.
Some ability checks will probably be at disadvantage if you've got 1 strapped to your back and you're carrying 1. So, like, for example, if you needed to do an athletics to jump a wide gap or something, I'll probably say stealth you'd be okay, because it's not like it's going to rat around and make a heap of noise. It will make you slower, though, but that's not necessarily stealth. It's not like, the reason why heavy armor gives you disadvantage on stealth is because it clinks and clatters.
Oh, I've got mediums.
Yeah, so yeah, the point I'm just making is that carrying the keg itself won't necessarily make you bad at stealth, but it might make you terrible at trying to jump a large gap or something like that.
There's no loss to me carrying the extra.
Mm.
If we're in combat, I'm putting them on the ground. I'm not fighting while carrying 3, and at least until we have done the first, in which case the load lights up. So.
Oh, ideally we're all dropping them because.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vale's got 3. Who's going to be the one that doesn't have any?
I believe Lisa, because they've got the perception to. Either Laser or Mouse. The sneaky or the sneaky.
I reckon Mouse should have the sneaky. He can hide well and then get the jump
better.
on. Yeah, it'll be better that way. I'll carry 1, or do I need to carry 2?
You'll need to carry 2.
All right, I'll carry 2. Strap 2 to my back somehow.
Cool. And so did we say Mouse is going to not have any?
Yep.
All right. Fantastic.
And eyeballs out.
Here we go then. So you start the nerve-wracking journey walking up the ravine. This side of the bank there isn't a path, so there are a few treacherous sections we have to cross over some jagged rock, but it is not too unmanageable. Like I said, the ravine has widened up a little bit here. Looking back over your shoulder, you can see the group of 60 sailors are also making their way on the other side. Trying to keep a low profile. They've got a few people in advance of the group, so a few people scouting ahead. They will stop at a corner, have a look, signal whether or not the rest of the group should carry onwards, and then they'll meet up and kind of repeat this. So it's kind of slow going. It's freezing. Snow isn't falling, but the sky is completely dark because of the cloud cover. And then, bitterly cold. There's a bit of a wind blowing up through the valley. No animals. Everything is just cold, quiet, and harsh. As you see the group on the other side of the river making their way, how are you guys progressing? Are you trying to keep ahead of them, or are you going to be behind them, or roughly in line?
Well, probably a little behind, because they need time to set up their attack and then launch it.
Is there any? Are we on a path, or are we just purely just walking along like the bank in the tree line?
Bush bashing.
You're on the bank.
Yeah, the bushes.
Sometimes you need to go down to the river to sort of wade through shallow. Sometimes you're kind of scrambling over sharp rocks and stuff. It's tough going, but it's not too bad.
We should probably try and keep a touch in front of them, because we're gonna have spots where we're gonna be hindered by movement. We'll need time to get around stuff.
Mm-hmm. Great. So,
does everyone agree with that, or?
Sure.
Yep.
Cool. Let me see. Oh, I nearly just had a heart attack because I thought that I hadn't got a scene set up. But I do, it's just we've got too many toggled at the moment, so it's not showing up on the list. All good. So, it gets to a point now where you've been sort of walking for maybe half an hour or so, and in front of you, you come around a corner and you start seeing glow of lights. You must be, approaching the destination. There's like kind of a dark shadow up in the sky in front of you. And it's bizarre to think about. Nothing could be that big. Like nothing could blot out that much darkness against the already pretty dark background. But as you're kind of sitting there and contemplating this, trying to make out what that is, the clouds start to part a little bit, and the moon starts poking through. Full-blown massive moon with the secondary moon you can see now in the background behind it as well. And the light kind of hits the valley and lights everything up. And you kind of see something along the lines of this.
Oh.
Oh, this is good and bad.
It is a massive structure. You've heard it's 400 feet tall. It's hard to really conceptualize just how tall that actually is. It's you can't even comprehend it. It reaches from the very, very peaks of the ravine all the way across. It's potentially miles long. You can't even see where it hits the edge. Like it carves its way into the side of the ravine and disappears. With this new light that has been illuminated through the valley, you can now also see in front of you the edge of the camp. There is a stone wall that you can't see past. On your side of the bank, the stone wall is all the way across and digging into the side of the ravine with a roof, what looks like some sort of guard barracks or tower on top of the wall. Looking across to the other side of the bank, on the eastern side, as you kind of look across and follow the wall, you can see in the middle of the river, there is a large grating that is covered. It's like a gate in the wall itself that's covered by a steel grating. And then further along on the other side, you can also see a similar gate with a steel grating that is currently closed. And there's also some sort of building or barracks on top of the wall there as well. Patrolling along the top of the wall, you can see a torch, probably being held by a man patrolling. And yeah, at this point, assuming you guys have been a bit ahead, the large group of sailors on the other side of the bank probably haven't seen this yet. You can see they're still back around another bend, but they're making their way, and you can see the two guys who are scouting. They poke on ahead, see this, head back, and you can kind of see them deliberating around how best to approach this. This is a very formidable looking wall.
Mm. This isn't a camp, this is a fucking fortress.
Now, Intel was wrong.
Well, still got a mission to do, but it just got a lot more messy.
Good thing is, there's forest around.
How much gunpowder did we bring again?
This
Just
is the
enough,
story of
or
Sorry, Donda, you do your question first, and then we'll go to Rio.
oh, how much gunpowder did we bring? Just enough, or do we have extra?
You, based on the blueprints, you've got enough. Like the structure doesn't look different to how the blueprints had it. It's just seeing it in person is
I mean,
just wild. Yeah.
do we have more than enough,
You should have.
or do we have
You should
as
have
much as?
exactly enough. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have any to spare for other walls.
Yeah, and we're not
Probably not.
blowing holes in walls because that's a big flag that says, hey, there's a small infiltration force coming through this wall. Come attack them instead of the giant army on the other side. We let the other force engage, draw attention. That'll draw our eyes off this side, and hopefully we can slip over. It's our best bet.
Looking back at the other group, you can see a figure has come to the front again and is kind of motioning across to you. I guess everyone just roll a perception check to see if you can figure out what they're motioning.
Does anyone want to decipher with advantage?
Oh yeah. So yeah,
So
I mean,
dark.
there's a
That
bit
was
of
wonderful.
like, you can see them kind of saying, looking like unsure, uncertainty, like we're not sure exactly the best way to approach this, and potentially almost signaling like they want to back up to discuss it. Donda, with a natural 20, you can kind of see they're gesturing with like their hands to kind of make a gate sign, like pointing at you, gate with their hands, and then open gate. Pointing at you, gates, open gate. Is sort of what they're signaling, and then they're kind of saying, "Come back if you want to try and discuss in more detail."
Mm-hmm.
You can remember, like a few minutes back, there was a part where the river was slightly more narrow that you could potentially try and call across to each other, but yeah,
You think I should?
I think the message is pretty clear. They want us to pop the gate so they can push in. Good news is we don't have to worry about sending people down either side of the river because the inside of the camp obviously has many crossings across the river, including the wall.
okay.
Erendor, this is definitely your wheelhouse for sneaky shenanigans in the dark. And the chances of pushing along the wall and cracking that gatehouse open.
Can definitely give it a shot. I would like to try and find a way onto the wall to get across.
Cool. So why don't you roll a perception check? So do you want to try and get a bit closer to take a better look at it?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Roll your stealth to see. How yeah. Okay. You don't have like advantage from anything? I'm gonna roll
I
some.
thought you told me to roll perception, not stealth.
Erendor is trying to get closer, so he's stealthing.
Sorry.
I'm gonna roll a perception check for the guard. You start making your way up along the riverbank, and the torch that has been sort of going across the wall, you can see he's sort of like come across to this side of the river now. Just stops and then slowly turns around and starts heading the other direction. You get the feeling like he probably didn't see you. Now that you're a bit closer, feel free to roll a perception check to have a look around. Great. Okay. Let me do something. Death Mouse, you Erendor. You are not this close, but this is essentially what you see. I'm just going to drag you over to a map. Hopefully this is the right person.
Yeah. Loading. Okay.
Okay. How long do you want to stay there? So sorry, let me describe this to you as well.
Yeah,
So you can so this wall you can see on the map here stretches across. You can see the gate in the middle of the river. There's this building up on top of the wall with a slate roof. The wall itself is about 15 feet, maybe 15, 20 feet. And it's got the arrow, what do you call them? The arrow, Val, help me out here. You know what they're called? The buttresses or something? Anyway, along the top of the wall.
No, crenellations.
So yeah, something like that. But other than that, there is no opening on this side. There is no gate in here. On the other side of the map, you can see there is a gate, but on this side, it's just a wall. But there is you can see clearly the top of the wall is walkable all the way across. Cool. So if you'd like to head on back, you can, or you can stay a bit longer and keep an eye out.
I will head back to let them know what I've seen.
Cool. So yeah, feel free to describe what you just saw to them, but
Okay, so this wall is something all right. Looks like we've got a bit of a shelter on top of the wall on this side. Can't tell you if there's much more than just a roof there from where I was. But there's no way through. The only way through is the other side. I
climbable.
look. It's not going to be easy with the keg. I've got my pittance. However, they're probably going to make a bit of noise.
Yeah. We could probably burn a keg to blow the gatehouse, but that was a bit extreme.
That's going to make a hell of a lot of noise.
Well, it's just meant to make noise because the whole point is to create an attack that's a diversion, but...
Can't we hop over the wall and open it from the inside?
Bringing the kegs up with us?
We could leave them
It's not going
outside.
to be super easy.
As long as they...
could rope them up, and once we crack the gate, fall back along the wall and grab them and continue on our mission.
Probably best not
Yeah,
to take
just-
them in case we lose them or they blow up.
It's just a case of moving along the wall. Anyone we run into has to be taken down silently and immediately.
God, I wish we knew someone that was good at that.
Okay.
Was there heavy patrols or just the one?
Only saw the one.
Okay, so they're not...
He's carrying a torch as well, so his vision's not going to be super great.
I was about to say, not only are they undermanned, they're incompetent, which is always a bonus.
Sorry guys, puppy's screaming. I need back him.
Well,
Alrighty, guys.
We got to get the mission done and make the progress. So as soon as Arendor's back from his brief excursion into the trees, I'd say we're just gonna have to try and get close to the wall while the guard is patrolling away and get ourselves on and ambush him. If anyone else has a better idea.
I've got something that can help us get close. Pretty sure I got something that can help us get close.
All right. So, this is the moment of no return, guys. I need you all to make sure you've looked at your inventory. You're aware of everything that's there. You've got all your spells prepared. After this point, there's not going to be any takebacks in terms of, oh, could I have done this? So have a quick check. Make sure you know what all the stuff you're holding, all the tools you've got available. Be aware of all your spells, and then we'll see what happens.
Weather permitting.
Yep. Okay, cool. Mouse, give a shout when you're back. Are you there? You back? Looks like he's not.
Sorry about
No, all good, mate. Cool. So, the plan then: are we creeping up on this side?
Yep. Preferably as we see the guard patrolling away, because he's numpty carrying a torch so we can see his movements.
Yep. Okay, cool. Good idea. Yeah, you'll need a group stealth check then as you try and get up close to the wall.
All right. Before we try to split, don't roll stealth yet, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Don't tell me you've got this as well.
No.
Probably not. I was going to say it's probably not a bad idea for just maybe two of us to head up first. Make sure it's clear. Drop a rope, make climbing up easier for the others.
Oh yeah.
No, rope's easy. We can do that without
Exactly.
without trouble. No, everyone gather round. Arendor's not the only sneaky one here, and I think I've picked something up here. And I work on myself and cast Pass Without a Trace.
God damn.
Nice.
Well, 26 from me.
So with all of your stealth checks, you add a +10 for an hour.
Alright, I will run
Provided we're within
Nope,
30
nope,
feet of it.
just for the casting.
You have to be within 30 feet for the effect to continue to take.
It's an aura.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, so they have to stay within 30 feet for the stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can leave and come back, but yeah, the effect is within.
It's an
Like-
aura effect.
Okay.
When I'm with you, I'm 22.
Yeah, so what have we got? 22, 32, 26. Did you roll disadvantage? Oh, yeah.
Oh, who was that?
You are fucking kidding me. I rolled a 1.
So because we're going back in, I've just re-rolled that.
Oh, yeah. So this is now, it's the group is approaching, so this is the group check.
Yeah.
32, 34.
Yeah. So mine is.
Yeah. Yours is ridiculous.
So everyone gets a +10.
And a 20. Okay.
So I've got a 19, but it's a nat 1.
Wait,
Net ones don't mean an automatic skill failure. Okay. One perception check for the guard on the wall to see if he beats your group check. This guy can't see shit, dude. Okay. The torch starts heading off down along the wall towards the opposite bank, and that's when you have made your approach. Nice and quietly, barely a whisper. The aura seems to be muffling all sound. You are now at the base of the wall.
All right. Grab the kegs, bundle them, rope them. We'll take one end of the rope over, hang it over the top as we go over, and come back and pull them up later.
Great. Yep, easy, no problem. 20 seconds to try and rope them all together. And then, so is it, everyone's going to climb up now, or is it one person?
Rope of climbing, tell it to tie knots in itself, and tell it to go to the top of the wall and anchor itself. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that twice.
No, you're good. Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
To help us climb up the wall.
Yep, I think we're all going up to stay in the aura.
Yep, sounds good. I guess just quick group athletics check then. Everyone with advantage as well, since you've got the rope.
Yeah, the rope's knotted, so everyone advantage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Athletics. I can't see my athletics, there's too many dice on top of it.
Wow, you're not a very strong group of people, are you?
hey, we re-roll load now for high roll.
Yeah, that's right. I think we just need Donda. Cool, and roll again, Donda, because you've got advantage. Sweet. All good. 10 was basically the DC, and you've all, as a group, gotten easily above that, so you can scooch on up. It wasn't like super quick, but a little bit of time you get up there. The looking down the hallway now, looking along the wall, you can see it's about 5 feet wide, and looking down across the river, you can see there is a hall that cuts through the building, like all the way through, and carries on across. You can see the guard is now about halfway along the river, heading towards the other side. The building itself there's nothing else. It's just a hole straight through, like hallway, and then there's a door on the left-hand side that seems to go down and into the structure of the building, which is slightly longer. Now that you're all up on top, I will drag you all over to this map. And you probably can't see anything. Don't stress. Let me fix it for you. You guys should all be visible. And so can you all kind of see the wall and it's blacked out at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I will now enable vision for everyone. So once you're up on the wall, this is kind of what you can see.
The fires flicker. That's cool.
I'm having flashbacks to the one time in another campaign where my party tried to infiltrate an orc camp, and it all went wrong. And by the end of the session, we had like 35 dead orcs. It looked very similar to this.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't
So,
sound
yeah.
like it went too wrong.
It was a clusterfuck of epic proportions.
Yeah. So I don't want us to spend too much time looking at this map, because I always feel like looking at battle maps, you get kind of keyed into the map itself rather than trying to kind of picture what's going on. But just so you can kind of get a lay of the land, you can see pretty close to where you are on the wall. So you guys are here at the moment, like roughly here. Down in front of you, you can see there's this one large bastion, like halfway up, kind of up this western side. Over on the eastern side, you can see another bastion, and then just tent city everywhere. At this close range, you can see down to the tents just beyond the wall in front of you. There are people in rags, and they've all got chains hooked up to these poles. So there's like a center pole where a group of tents is around, and then everyone is just kind of chained to that central pole. There are torches. You can see on the bastion there are a couple of people patrolling the wall. And yeah, I guess that's basically what you see. You can see kind of just like all sorts of movement throughout the tent city itself, as there's potentially hundreds, if not 1,000 people here in this camp. Okay, so that said, you're on the top of the wall now. What's the plan? What are you doing?
We need to get into probably the nearest little building along the wall, gatehouse, tower, whatever, so we can ambush Mr. Torchy Man when he comes back, I guess. Because otherwise he's just going to look along the wall and immediately see us.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you point him out? Oh, fucking hell.
He's somewhere along the wall.
Let's just jump back to the other scene, eh?
I'll change my push to talk.
So yeah, the guard, he's halfway across the river, heading in that direction. What are you guys doing? You crowding up, trying to hide for an ambush?
Is there enough room in the tower to hide in, or is it?
The wall itself, like the walkway on the wall itself, doesn't narrow. It's just a straight gap straight through. So you probably wouldn't be able to hide up on the wall. You might have to try and break into the door itself if you wanted to get anywhere. There are stairs that actually go down. They are to the side of the building. To the side of the building. So actually, in theory, you could go down the stairs themselves. There's a set of stone.
I'm terrible at deer and mine stuff sometimes. Just we need to break line of sight with him because from what you said, he'll just turn around and look along the wall and see 5 shadows on top of the wall and go, "Hey, what's that?"
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll make this. Make us just come back over here. So see this.
Mm-hmm.
So these stairs, these stone stairs, go down to the left to the ground level, and they are exposed. They kind of go around behind the building, and then the doorway into the building is kind of like here in the middle of it.
Party? Anyone else?
Alright, so we just need to get across and open the gates for these guys, so
Yeah, that's the plan.
yeah, we should try and do this quietly.
Yeah. Well, since I will be visualizing again on Arendor, a sneaky boy.
Guards reach the end of the wall, and he's getting ready to turn around.
So are we getting in cover?
We need to take. There's only one. We should take him out quickly.
I pick up my longbow and start shaking it in front of people, yes or no?
I pull mine as well. Start drawing.
If you're going to do it, make sure you kill him in one shot. I'm breaking line of sight, either by slipping off the stairs or ducking behind the wall a little bit.
Yeah,
so I'm
me
invisible.
too. Me too.
Yeah, you could go down the stairs and sort of like lie down behind the mini half wall that is on the railing, I guess.
Yeah, crouch down that with Bale.
Okay. All right. Erendor and Rio, whereabouts are you guys going with your bows?
So he's about there, is he?
Yep.
Yeah, the long shot.
I can hit him, no problem.
Well, we are what more there?
Mm-hmm. Well, so some of you are crouched down on these stairs at the moment.
How much time do we have before he turns around?
He's already turned around.
Fuck it. I'm actually just gonna try and get up on the wall slightly and like just minimize my profile from his where he is.
and hide in the shadows.
Yeah, that works.
Roper climbing onto the roof.
Okay, that works as well. So great. So we've got 3 of you hiding on these stairs. Rio, you're on top. Arundel, you're
and
chilling
basically crouched. I'm not lying down, but crouched, like trying to stay very low profile.
on the wall. All right, cool. Let me just. So we kind of all know. Ooh. We're runners. We'll do this, right? I'll drag you guys over here. Ooh. Get up there.
I tap Arundel as I'm going up before, so he sees I've got the rope for the roof if he wants to come this way.
Yeah, I would like to try and join.
Okay, the guard's about halfway across the river. You can make a stealth check if you want to try and jump across and grab the rope.
Huh?
If it's taking that long for him to get up, then I'll stay where I am.
Okay, cool. Everyone roll stealth. You're still within the aura, so you got +10. All right.
Wow, I got a 30.
Yeah. Possibility trace is pretty good.
31.
This guy has to roll really high to be able to see even an 18. Okay.
It's also a very long way away.
He's crossed the midpoint of the bridge and doesn't appear to have noticed anyone. He's now reaching the shoreline.
So he's about here.
Mm-hmm.
Let him into the building and jump in.
Jump on the roof.
Okay. He's just about to reach the stairs.
You guys
Just tell me when you want to do anything.
I'm waiting for him to move into the tower, and then we're just gonna fucking bum rush him and put him down quick and fast.
Second I hear a noise, I want to jump down and then launch an arrow into him.
Okay.
On the
Well,
side.
he gets to the top of the stairs and notices 3 people lying there, and you see him starting to react. What's everyone doing? Because you can't really break line of sight when you're just lying there behind the wall.
I'm
dropping down from the wall and just pointing the bow at him and just shaking my head.
All right. So this is the surprise round. You guys have got the surprise on this dude because you had successful stealth. Arundel jumps down, gets his bow ready.
I'm going to push forward and grapple
All right. Cool.
and
So
round him out.
yeah, sweet. So why don't we start with you then, Val? You can start with your grapple. Roll your athletics check. Yeah.
Are we going for a kill here, or are we trying to?
I'm focusing on shutting him up. After that, you can do whatever.
Okay, so are you putting your hand over his mouth?
Yep. Pull
Okay.
up, round the neck, hand over the mouth.
Yep. I'm going to do a contested roll and terrible. So yeah, you have got him restrained, or grappled rather. Kai, what are you doing?
I'm looking around.
What do we
I'm
do
not
this
gonna do it. I'm gonna just be on watch, guard watch.
thing? All right. Rio, Arundel?
I'm going to slink across the roof, drop down behind him,
Okay.
and put a sword to the back of his, across his shoulder, like at neck height.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Not going to say a
fantastic.
word, just sword on his shoulder, ready to lop his head off.
Yeah. Okay.
More,
Uh,
intimidation more than anything.
Great. Arundel? Still just aiming your bow?
Just still aiming, not drawn, but ready.
All right. So, Donda? Anything for you on the surprise round?
I'm just looking.
Cool. Keep an eye out. You hear him going. I guess yeah. What are we doing? We probably don't need to roll initiative and get into an actual combat. I will be rolling athletic checks to try and break it because he's currently trying to fight.
I'm holding him tight, rolling my eyes at the party, thinking, this is a hell of a time to develop a fucking conscience.
Just kill him
You
already.
just murdered a fucking ship crew floating
Yep.
in the ocean.
All right. So I chop his head off.
Thank you.
Roll an attack.
At advantage because I have him
Yeah.
restrained.
Oh,
Sorry,
actually,
I don't
with
have my
grappled,
sword.
it's not restrained, right? Grappled was just no movement.
True.
Yeah. Take advantage anyway. He's like.
If
Might as
you
well
want,
be
I'll
restrained.
spend one of my attacks to push him prone while I have
Yeah.
him.
Exactly.
So advantage.
Yep. Okay, 16 just hits.
What the fuck?
Is he on the ground? Is that instant criticals or no?
No, it'll have to be paralyzed. For 2
Oh, it's just
minutes.
advantage. Okay.
Okay, 10 damage is good. Doesn't quite kill him though.
You got multi
I got
attack.
2 attacks.
Yep.
You have one job.
Okay. All right, fantastic. So, Valoran jumps up from the stairs as soon as the dude sees you, grapples him, hand over the mouth so he can't call out or scream, tosses him to the ground, and in that moment, Rio jumps down from the backside of the roof, lands on top, and just runs your sword through him twice. Choo, choo. Nice and silent. Fairly cleanly dispatched, but there you go. One guard dealt with.
Just look at the party.
Yeah, I just had to quick overgate them back.
Shall we go and open the gate for these guys?
Yep, I'll take the body and just like poke it over the outside of the wall as I'm reaching down to pull up all the barrels.
I wave at Erend, or I went, "You coming?"
Yep. Start heading across the other side.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So barrels you can raise up to the top. Are you just sort of tossing the body over the side?
Yeah, just not throwing because throwing bodies go crunch.
Yep.
Just kind of lowering a bit and
Lowering
letting
down.
go.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no problem. That's easy enough. All right, sweet. So whole group, are we moving across the river?
Mhm.
The gatehouse will probably need them. Yep.
Yeah, let's all stealth across to the other gatehouse and open all the gates.
Okay. Great. So let's have another stealth check then as we get across the as we're going across the wall.
Pass without a trace is an hour, I believe.
Yep. That's so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The
Done.
Come on now, dwarf. They can hardly see you over the wall.
Donda just like trips a little bit, nearly falls, but Kai's able to reach out a quick hand and stabilize him so he doesn't land and clatter. But you make your way across. Alarm still hasn't been rung. Making your way over to this side, you can see there's a much more densely packed area of tents, and you can see just hundreds of people destitute, freezing, trying to, you can see some of them at this point. It's very early in the morning. Some of them are awake, some of them are asleep. You can see a few people like scraping out scraps from a bowl here and there, and a few of them are poking stuff at a fire. Getting your way to the first guardhouse. Again, the wall continues all the way through. This sort of middle part. There's a set of stairs that go down to your left, and then carrying on, there's a second guardhouse further beyond this one, past the gate itself. Once you get to the first guardhouse, you can see, similar to the first one, there's a door on your left that seems to go into the building itself, into the building proper.
Do I see any torch-bearing guards walking around? I mean, like the shadows walking up and down from where we are as we creep closer.
So you're looking out at the tents, or you're just keeping an eye on the wall?
On the wall.
Yeah, so it was just the one guy on the wall. But why don't you roll a perception check? Great. Yeah, so being here now at the guard tower, you can hear beyond the door itself. You can hear voices, assuming that there are some number of people inside. It doesn't feel like, or it doesn't sound like dozens, maybe a handful.
All right. Well, can I pull my?
So is it just one door?
Yeah, just one door inside. You surmise it's probably the same for the other guardhouse on the other side as well.
Does the door have bars that we can see through, or is it a solid door?
Solid wood door.
I would like to press my ear up against the door carefully, not to open the door, and see how many voices I can distinguish in like 20 seconds.
Okay.
You're not gonna see many voices.
I mean here. How many voices I?
This would be either perception or investigation, I suppose. What would you like to do?
Perception, because
Alright,
I'm
cool.
perceiving through my ears.
Yep, makes sense. Probably difficult to tell exact numbers, but you make out maybe half a dozen, maybe somewhere around there.
Alright. I motioned to the team. We got at least 6 or more.
We've got silence in the party, don't we? Like,
Not
a spell?
me. Not me.
Damn.
I have sleep though.
This is a lot of bodies. Eyeballing the gate, can we tell which of the gatehouses has the winch?
Yeah, why don't you roll a perception check?
One of them.
There's nothing externally that could like release the weights, the counterweights to open the gate itself. You kind of, I guess, based on that, it's probably something inside.
Okay. Well, hard and fast.
I do have hold person. I quickly whisper. I can hold 2.
Might be worth holding on to. Maybe use it if it's desperate.
Alright. Okay.
Well, speed, surprise, and violence. We've got surprise. I think it's time to do some violence.
Do you want bless in this battle? So it's hard and fast.
Can't hurt. We got a long way to go. We don't want to burn too many resources.
Alright.
But I won't say no to it. It's pretty important getting the gate open.
All right. So,
Were you blessing? Or holding it?
Can we pause for like 30 seconds?
Yep.
Just need to turn some lights on and go to the bathroom. Sorry, guys.
You're all good. Do you want to roll your bless, Kai, if you're doing that?
Thinking.
Allocated.
I'm thinking of doing command instead of bless.
Just checking. Does anyone else have laser being a bit?
Yes.
Or not
yeah,
really, but-
it's me. Sorry.
It is a new facet or feature of Lesser, which we will come to love.
You just come through a little bit on and off all the time, and it's weird. Catch half the words. Enough for context. And then I would say there's 2 types of people: those that can extrapolate from incomplete data.
And those that never make mistakes.
I'm back, thank you.
All good.
Did you wash your hands?
Just for you.
Thank you. Cleanest elf ever.
Alright. Well, I think we're about to get noisy, but let's try and keep it as quiet noisy as we can, I guess.
Alrighty then.
So we're here-ish right now, about to breach this guardhouse where we've detected a couple of guards.
Gatehouse, guardhouse. Yep.
Alright, I would like to prepare the command spell at third level as we go in. And when I see the furthest 3 guards, I will tell them to grovel.
Grovel.
Yeah, so they go prone.
Command. Does that you could? So you mean you're going to upcast it to?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Multi-target.
Cool. So yeah, you can ready that action.
Do you think anyone would notice this if I just use my unseen servant to walk into the room and open the gate?
Is he
I
invisible?
don't think it.
They are invisible, right?
Yeah, how much manipulation power do they have there?
Put it in the chat. Put it in the text without the spell slot.
Yeah.
Don't actually know how to do that.
Concentration for a minute. Just click the picture itself. I'll do it for you.
Strength of 2.
Click the picture and then untick the cast spell.
Yeah, I got it for you.
Can interact with an object.
Move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. Such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires. Once you give the command, the servant performs the task to the best of its ability until it completes the task.
If it was like a counterweight to chop, it'd probably maybe, but generally gates have to be winched up because otherwise, just cut it and the gate opens.
You mean a portcullis
Yeah,
as opposed to a gate?
that's fair.
What is this aura?
Oh, whoops. Thought I was measuring.
Oh, you're all good. Alrighty. What's the plan?
Well, is such a thing possible, using Unseen Servant for that?
Well, you can definitely try.
Try it.
Yeah.
So it'd be up to the dice whether or not it
Well,
had
I guess
any
let's
effect.
think about it, because you have to give it a command. What would your command be?
Open the gate.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it would know how to do that. You
Would it
need
be?
to-
Is it a pull? Is it a chain, or is it a thing?
It's a thing.
don't
You've
know.
never
Sure.
seen it. You don't know what it is.
It's a gate. There's not going to be like modern technology, flick a lever and it electrically opens the gate. It's
Just be a big
talking
turny.
old times where best case we're looking at big old giant wooden cogs.
Do we I mean, do we have to go through the guardhouse? Couldn't we just go drop down the inside of the wall and try and open the gate?
We're assuming that since there's no visible mechanism on the gate, that the mechanism to open the gate is within the gatehouse.
Oh, we can see the
I,
other side of the gate. Okay.
I'm assuming that's the information I gathered from the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go on a killing spree. Kill everyone in these 2 guardhouses.
Stack up.
Ryu just
Alright.
gives you a thumbs up.
Stack up. The countdown. 3, 2, 1.
And breaking down the door.
Reach. Yep.
Okay. I will. I'm just wondering how much I want to fuck you guys right now.
Loud breach or stealthy breach? Vale? Loud or stealthy?
Go on, treat yourself.
Wait, you can stealth open the door. Can't Arendor lockpick the door?
Arendor, yeah, please roll an intelligence check for me. This will
Yep.
determine a lot.
Oh no. Come on.
Please lockpick. Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, well,
I've got 18
You-
strength. I am ramming that door.
you guys ram the door and it is locked. And no one had considered that it would just be opened. So, and you bang against it and Nothing happens. Well, actually, sorry. Let me give you a chance there, because you hadn't really... Roll an athletics check with advantage, Valorant, to see if you can break it down.
Hang on,
Since
roll
you're going to have
again.
people helping you. Okay. Feel free to roll again. Yeah.
24.
Okay, 24 is pretty good. 24 is pretty good. So I will say, despite the fact that it's locked, you do manage to bust it. You do manage to bust it open, but it creates a lot of noise. And so you run on down, I assume, you head down the stairs. You can see it's quite an open area. Go down to the left, and inside you can see there are 4 guys sitting down around a table, just sort of drinking, chatting mess and stuff like that. And you guys have your surprise round, so feel free to... I'll bring these guys in to the picture. Imagine they are lounging around table. And yeah, feel free to roll your initiative. And we'll go straight into seeing what your surprise round does.
Do I still have that bonus to my initiative, or have I burnt it already now?
You've already burnt
Yeah,
it
I
from the
burnt it.
first, and I gave it to Arendor, so Arendor has a bonus in it.
Remind me, which one is initiative?
Completely, I was about to say I'm completely
The
blanking.
one that
Where
says
the hell is it?
initiative. On the left
So-
under your character portrait.
Yep, 2 options. Either click the swords up in the top right, and you can click the initiative directly in the combat tracker, or on your character sheet. It should be underneath your name. Underneath your picture.
That'll be why I've been struggling to work out what the hell is going on. I had it in edit mode, not in play mode. So I don't have the headings give me the passive on all of my skills or what anything is. I'd have cogs everywhere.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that explains a lot.
That'll do it. Alrighty then.
Wait, actually, oh no, damn it! I meant to do it with initiative, with advantage.
Just roll it again, and
Yeah,
I can
just do
update
it
it for you.
Clicked it.
I think initiative only allows once, but just roll another d20, isn't it?
What do you
Plus
have
an advantage?
from?
Exactly.
I gave him what's it called? I gave him vigilance.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
even without that, my my dagger of warning gives me advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh, okay.
So even
Alright.
if you're not being surprised?
While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls.
Fantastic. There
Oh,
you
it
go.
makes no difference. Makes
Yeah.
no difference.
So cool. So just
Yeah.
roll a 1d20 plus 3. Let's see if it's better than 9.
It is worse.
It is worse.
All good. Sweet as. So, Rio, you were first on the surprise round.
Sweet. Longbow into... they're all just sitting there drinking, you said, right?
Yeah, sitting around a table, you can see some cards on the
He's
table.
like,
A few mugs
Hunter's
available.
mark.
No, I'm not going to burn a spell.
I will,
Uh,
yeah.
3 attack longbow.
Cool. Yep. And yep. And yep. Holy shit. All 3 hit.
First one gets an extra d8.
Instantly. First. Oh, is there one that you want to target specifically?
I'm assuming I'm not within 5 feet, so I don't have disadvantage.
Nah, so the stairs kind of come down from the ceiling and loop around, so you're kind of like up on a balcony almost, looking down into the room at the bottom. It's quite a small room, like only about 15 feet wide.
Cool. Closest one. Fling, fling, fling.
Cool. So yeah, so one guy gets taken out. Next guy takes 2 shots. 10 and 9. Yeah, next guy gets taken out as well. Okay,
And just move out of the way so people can keep coming in.
pretty good. Dondar will be next on surprise.
Oh my. Sad time not to have my acid arrows.
There is
Dondar.
more to come, Dondar. More to come.
Ah, yes, there is. Always more to come. Let's do a witch bolt. No, magic missile. Witch bolt.
Alrighty. Which bolt? Which guy do you want to do it on of the remaining two? Oh, nice.
The
Max
closest-
damage.
the closest one.
Cool. Why don't we say we do it on this guy? Close guy is in this one?
Sure.
Sure. Alright, that just deletes him. They've got 11 health.
What the?
Okay.
Cool.
Erendor is next.
Well, in what should be a shock to everyone, I'm just gonna shoot. Or at least try to.
Cool.
Oh.
That's good. Yep. I think this probably counts as... It's probably not unseen, actually. Oh. How's that work with surprise? It's probably always advantage on surprise, isn't it? That's right, isn't it, Vale? Because if it's surprise, then you have to be unseen by definition. And unseen is advantage, so... I'm just thinking if I can give you sneak attack on it. I think we'll go with it. Yeah, we'll go with it. So feel free to do sneak attack with this attack, with the hit. While I look up surprise.
Pew, pew, pew.
Where the hell is it? So, click it.
Oh, actually, it doesn't look like it would. So, if neither side tries to be stealthy, automatically notice each other. Yes, I think because you didn't come in stealthily, you came in loud. You're getting the free round, but it wouldn't be at advantage because they would have sort of like looked up and seen you come in. So just straight damage.
Yeah, surprise round is not really a ruling, I think. It's just kind of something that's done.
Alrighty, cool. 4 damage as he gets hit by an arrow. Great. Vale, then you are next.
Sad. I
Run in
wanted
and-
my extra 3d6.
Yeah,
I'll run up and take a swing.
go for it.
+1 sword. Oof.
Oh, this guy, his armor is fucked. This hits actually because he doesn't have his shield equipped, so that hits. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
And
Yep.
still alive?
Yeah, this guy looks slightly beefier than the others.
Alright, I'll
Yeah, he's got light blood.
enter in, I'll whack him in the face with my shield, and I will forego my second attack to do a commander's strike and get Erendor to shoot him.
Nice. All right, cool. So Erendor, feel free to shoot again, this time with a sneak attack.
And
Hell.
also extra D6. Because I'll use the low dice for this one.
Cool. Nice. Yep, it hits.
Yep. That tab. That tab doesn't look like it's the one that should have sneaked.
It'll be on features. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I'll
3d6
do-
and then an extra D6.
Yes, I'll do damage from that one first.
Cool. There's the bar. Oh, love rogue
And
dice.
then it was an extra d6.
Yeah, extra D6 because I'm using the martial edit instead of the superiority.
All right. Pretty good. So 13, 17 total. Dude takes another arrow, this time on the other side of his chest, and he's kind of gasping for air, blood spurting from his mouth, but he's still somehow standing, or sitting in this case. Kai,
How bloody is he?
he looks on death's door.
All right, let's
Charge him with
let's
rusting
let's,
blade.
let's toll the bell, Howie.
Well, better go and open it for him.
All right, he'll have to do a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let me do that for you.
Oh,
Which
he
fails. Okay, so feel free to roll your versatile damage.
Oh, it's versatile.
Mm-hmm.
I did just damage. Okay,
Oh,
my
dude,
bad.
you're level 5 now, so it's 2d12. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Provided they fail, otherwise it does nothing.
Yeah.
It's-
Should I click versatile instead? I just did damage.
Yeah, just re-roll it. It's all good. D12. All right. So, a bell rings out in the room. Dong! As this guy, he kind of puts his hands up to his ears and kind of just like yells out in pain. "Ah!" And then falls over to the table, slumps forward, and blood starts pooling around his head. The room is now empty, apart from the corpses that you just mangled. You get the feeling you might have made a bit of sound just then. What are we doing, guys?
Rush the other guardhouse.
Look
We have
around.
to open the gate.
There a mechanism for opening gate?
Yeah, cool. So down here at the bottom now, you can see there is a opening, sort of a window that looks out into the gate itself. There is a winch here and a lever.
I will start winching.
Cool. It's pretty easy to use. There must be some counterweights inside the wall structure itself to sort of offset it. So you can kind of winch it up, and then clearly once it's up there, you can lock it in place. The idea being that you can pull the lever to quickly close it if there was ever, need to lock people inside that might be trying to flee. But you can winch it up. It's going to take a bit of time.
I'll start winching. I'll probably tell other people to move up and make sure we don't get rushed while I'm doing it.
Cool. Rest of you guys, what are you doing?
Covering him.
Does it help if I help Vale to make the venture go faster?
Yeah, 2 people would probably make it go slightly faster.
Alright, I help Vale.
Cool.
Can I cast Detect Magic while I'm here?
Yeah, you can. If you use a spell slot, it'll be instant. Otherwise, it'll be 10 minutes to ritually cast it.
How long is it going to take to winch?
Oh, not very long. Like 15, 20 seconds sort of thing. Maybe half a minute.
Okay, spell slot.
All right. Nothing in this room appears to be magical. But feel free to put concentration on yourself for that.
Whisper out to Erendor and Rio, check the bodies for anything.
As
Okay.
as this is happening, you hear footsteps coming across the wall, and you hear, "What's going on? Why are you opening the gate?"
Should we call back?
I'll get it to hold the door. We got to hold this until the forces come through.
You see a few people now starting to come through the top, recognizing the door as being split and burst in. Yeah. They look down and see a group of people that do not belong here, and they start charging. 3 people start coming down the stairs towards you. One person's at the top, and you can see him running back towards the guardhouse. From your view, looking up the doorway, you see him heading back across the wall towards the other direction. What's everyone doing?
Is he running back towards the other guardhouse? or-
Seems like it.
Can we kill him?
Do I have a line of sight on the guy that's running?
Now is the time for hold person.
Yes. Oh no, I was gonna command and tell him to come back.
All right. Well, let's roll initiative. So there's 3 guys that have come down in for you. I'll roll initiative for them. And then there's the other guy that's running back. I'll put them all into the counter and give
Are
them
we
all.
re-rolling or are we using the same?
Let's just use the same aim. These guys have kind of joined the combat fray. Okay. Oh, I've got too much stuff selected. Here we go.
I clicked it. It didn't roll.
Well, okay. I'll be fair to you guys. Combat did drop for a second as you had sort of, 10, 20 seconds or so to start winching. So I'll let you all roll initiative again. Yeah, I'll clear you guys' initiatives so you can re-roll them. Because I'm nice. Who
For
else needs
now.
to? Is it Kai? There you go. You should all be able to roll initiative again now.
Let's go. Oh.
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Irindor, what is your... No, all good. You're slightly higher. So one of the guards coming down the stairs sees you, and he is going to, I guess, just... he'll probably have his crossbow at this point, so he's going to just shoot at the first person he sees, which is not going to be Vale or Kai because they're on the winch. So he's probably going to shoot at, let's say, Irindor. Where's the goddamn crossbow? Dude, what is this?
Hide.
What is... Hang on.
No crossbow for you.
Yeah.
No crossbow Americano.
In his hurry to come across, he forgot his crossbow.
He left,
He
the
left
crossbow.
it in the guardhouse.
This guard token's all scuffed. Hand crossbow. Light crossbow is what we want. Here we go. Alright. 18, I think, hits you, and...
Sadly, yep.
Yeah. 8 damage.
There goes all your
Hits you in the
temporary
shoulder.
temporary hit points are all gone.
As he sort of crouches down behind the railing, leans over and hits you in the shoulder. It is your turn in response, though, Arendor.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna take a shot back at him. Crossbow, shotbow. Where are you?
All right, fantastic. So that back at the same guy. Yep, that'll hit.
Yep, same guy.
Cool. All right. A good shot. He kind of like takes it in the shoulder, leans back, gets back into position to ready to fire again. Cool. Any movement bonus action?
Can I do that? Or can I cast Mage Hand as a bonus action?
I think your ability actually lets you do that. Normally you can't, but I think your what's it called, telekinetic, whatever it is.
Yep, and it's invisible.
Yeah. Mage Hand, Ledger Main. When you cast Mage Hand, it's invisible, and you can use a bonus action granted by a cunning action. Yep, so you can do it.
Yep, cool. Yep, so that's just that, and I'm making sure that there is where I am standing is not blocking anyone else.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you can move slightly out of the way. What are you doing with the Mage Hand? Or have you just sort of made it appear?
I'm using the bonus action to bring it up. I can't use the bonus action to do anything with it at the moment because I've just used it.
Can you not move it on the same turn?
Yeah, well, I was going to telekinetic shove, but that's as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. In addition, you can use a bonus action granted by cunning action to control it. So yeah, you need a separate bonus action to control it. Cool. All good. It's fantastic. So, next guard's turn is the one that's running. Unfortunately, he rolled pretty high on his initiative, so he can get 30 feet. And he's probably dashing, I think. Yeah. So, he disappears into the other building. Valorant, your turn. You are currently winching, and it's probably near there. I feel like you could spend a round and you could winch and lock it into place by this point, or you could drop it.
No, it's got to be done. I'll spend the turn winching it.
Okay.
Hopefully, Barak and his men are watching the gate and are making the push.
Cool.
This is getting very messy, but we'll just have to make it work. So, yeah. Is it a complete? Is it an action or is it a round?
I'd say an action.
Okay, right in that. Well, yeah, that'll be it then. Because I was going to say I might be able to cheese it by doing a commander strike, but no, I'll spend my action doing it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So once it locks into place, you would be able to still move if you like, to get into a better position, or in bonus action as well. Yeah.
In that case, yeah, if I've got enough movement, I'll charge up and just get into melee range of these three.
Yep. Running on up the stairs to get into melee with them. Perfect.
Yeah. The guy that's gone is unfortunately gone, and it's about to get messy. So,
Cool.
Yep.
Kai, bring us to you.
So, is it a double gate or is it a single gate that we're winching up?
It's like one big grating. One big.
Oh, it's just one big grate.
thick
Okay,
seal,
cool,
and
cool, cool. I
it
thought,
slides
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, awesome. And that's locked in. All right, we've got 3 guys here. They look like weaklings. Let's see what to do. I'm going to use guiding bolt on one of them.
All right.
Well, this is tight quarters. I guess I'll just do it on the middle one.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. They're all sort of crouched up at the railing at the moment. They won't have cover because it's just like open wood railing. But yeah. Nice. Yep, that'll hit. Oof, one of them gets deleted. Big ball of energy bursts from your hand, hits him squarely in the chest, and he almost gets knocked off his feet back against the wall behind him and slumps to the ground, smoldering hole in his chest. Great. Any bonus action?
Shillelagh. Yeah.
All right. Your stuff starts glowing. Cool.
And then, yeah, I do. That's all I do.
Sweet. Over to you, Donda.
Ooh, fresh meat. It's going to be another witch bolt. Yeah.
Cool.
Cannot maintain concentration on more effects.
Yeah, because you were technically concentrating on the other witch bolt, but the guy died, so we can take a witch bolt off. Free concentration. There we go. You should be good to go now.
Cool.
Nice. Yep, that hits. Great. So there is one guy with a sword out, getting ready to get into melee with Valoran, and there's another guy with his crossbow who got hit by Erendel earlier. Which one do you want to shoot?
Crossbow.
Nice. Deleted. Lightning bolt spins out, connects with him. Feel free to delete your concentration yourself. Just on your character sheet, it's the lightning bolt tab that has your effects. Cool. All right. And then Rio, over to you.
So one alive in front of me in melee range with Valoran.
That's right.
Is there room to get past him and then try and get up and see where the other guy potentially chase the other guy down?
You can try. You can definitely try. He'll get some opportunity attacks. Because it's like, imagine it's like a wooden staircase, very rickety, that goes up against the side of the building, up to the second floor, curves around now the long side of the building, and then the doorway is there. So it's sort of like
Go for it.
like this.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go for it. So I got 45 foot of movement on my first turn.
Okay.
So barge past him and try and chase the other guy down.
Sweet. Why don't you roll an acrobatics check to see if you can go on and dive quite nimbly beside the guy. Really, really good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, so you can kind of, as you get up there, Valorant and the guard are there, getting ready to lock swords. Not much room to get past them, but you're a nimble elf. You jump up onto the railing and dive around both of these guys. Just catch the side of the railing and manage to pull yourself up in this like acrobatic Legolas-like maneuver. The guard will take an opportunity attack against you.
He'll be doing it at disadvantage because it's within 5 feet of me.
Nice. All right.
As I dive past, I'm just like, get rid of him to Vale.
Cool. This guy has a spear actually, so he will spare you. All right. Normal damage.
Disadvantage?
Oh, sorry. Yep. Ignore this damage roll. Here is the second disadvantage attack.
He gets a nat 1.
Just
16.
17.
Just hits? Okay.
Just misses.
Oh, just misses. Are
AC
you
17.
AC 17 now?
I've been AC
Oh.
17 for ages. I can go 19 if I go shield.
Incredible.
Wow.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, when I actually equip my armor, I've got 17.
I'm imagining you doing this sort of like this barrel roll mid-air as you kind of fly through and get over to the railing. He like sees you going, he's like, oh, that doesn't look good, and he thrusts out with his spear, but you just kind of, it just goes, hits mid-air as you go flying on past. Great. So let's say 15 feet of movement to get up to the the top, to where the wall is.
Full 45 to see if I can catch up or see him.
So you don't quite see him up here. He has managed to get inside the building. But you can see the down the wall. The thing is open. So let's grab you. Let's say you got to here, and you've got 30 feet of movement left on your original action.
Yeah, so I want to move a full 45 feet on my first action.
Cool.
Sorry. Yeah, I want to move 45 feet.
So that will get you to here.
Can I see him from there?
No, you can see an open doorway.
Gonna dash again.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I'll dash. Yeah, I'll dash in, and then as I get to the door, if I see him, I just basically want to run straight up to him.
Okay. You can catch him. Yeah. You he's gone into the doorway, around the railing at the top, and has just started to get down the stairs, and you can get right up to behind him.
Can I get in front of him? Can I like jump down the stairs to get in front of him?
You jump and land on him.
So you can
No, in front of him. I want to block his movement.
Yeah, second acrobatics check in one round is potentially pushing it since you've used your action to dash, but please go for it. Roll
That's
really,
why I said,
really high.
can I?
Yeah.
You can say no.
It's a high DC. Roll really, really high.
Sure. Acrobatics?
Yep. Yeah. Too difficult, unfortunately. You try to get up to the railing to jump over, and it's just a little bit too much. On your one round to be able to dive over as well. So, let's say you're directly behind the guy, like getting ready to perch onto the railing to try and dive around him.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right up in melee combat.
What do I have for a bonus action? Sorry. I like the old bloody sheet. You can go to what you can do, and it just shows bonus actions. It doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, now you have to know what your thing does. I think there's a way you can filter or order by action type.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no. My only bonus action would be Hunter's Mark, which I don't want to waste.
Yeah,
All right, that's it then.
it's also concentration, eh?
Is it?
Yeah.
It is. So
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't want to do it anyway because I've still got pass without a tracer.
Yeah. All right, cool. Guard in front of you, Vale, taking a stab with his spear.
Nah.
No
Bonk.
chance. No chance. You without even blinking, you just send it aside with the shield. Okay, great. He's going to start backing up actually because this is not looking good for him. So, yep. Starts backing away. Feel free to take an opportunity attack. Yeah, 17 hits. Damn, you got a lot of plus, eh? Oh, nice. 11. Exactly. He starts to back up, and it's fatal error as you slash. Well, how do you kill him? I suppose. As he turns his back on you.
Morning, Candy. I'll just sort of step in and just like little backhanded strike across the throat while it's exposed.
Nice. Quick and clean.
Oh.
And he just sort of, his hands go up to his neck, blood starts just squirting through them, and he just falls to his knees and leans back against the wall beside his friend with a burning hole in the chest from the guiding bolt earlier. Okay, fantastic.
A lot of fighting to go. I don't want to expend energy.
Yep. Erendor, you are at the top of the initiative round.
Yep.
So you're at the bottom of this room. You've just fired up, and yeah, the staircase around the side.
Well, our room is clear, so I guess I'm heading up the stairs, and I am chasing after Rio and the other one.
Sweet. So, how much movement have you got?
I have
30. Okay, cool. So 15 feet to get to the top. So let's put you there, and then another 15 feet will get you to here. I think that's about right. Hang on. I think you might actually be one square closer if you were kind of close to where Rio was. So yeah, that's just your movement. You still have action and bonus action.
And I will dash.
Cool. Using cunning action.
Yes.
Great. That gets you inside, so you can get inside and see Rio has just engaged this guard who's starting to try and head down the stairs.
So, from where they're standing, do I have access to the guard as well directly, or would Rio be blocking my way?
There's going to be half cover, so we have a +2 to his AC.
Yeah, I am still take a shot at him.
Nice.
And roll modifiers.
Don't think you have any, right?
Yep.
Kai, did you not blessing anyone?
No, no bless.
All right, cool. Yeah, arrow's not quite good enough. Just tangs into the wall above the guy's head. At this point, he kind of looks over and oh, what's going on? He sees there's two guys behind him. Okay, cool. Action, bonus action. That's your turn, I think. Okay, and then it is the guard's turn. He is carrying on to try and book it on down the stairs.
He's going for a dead man switch.
Rio, feel free to take an opportunity attack if you want. Or anything else? Any other reaction you might have?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I don't like this new D&D freaking page.
Actually, find it pretty good. If you're looking for to sort by ability type, there's a little filter thing. Go into like features. So next to search, there's X and there's a little filter, and then you can go into sort by action type.
Oh, thank you. I have none. Well, I'm guessing I won't be able to switch to my sword and slash with the sword.
As a reaction, could you drop your bow and pull the sword out and slash him?
I've got the bow on the sling, so I don't technically drop it.
True. You do
so
get
I'm asking, what can I do?
Yeah.
Just jump and tackle him. Aren't you on the railing? Just jump and tackle him.
That's a reaction. You're not.
Yeah, I can't grapple him as a reaction, can I? I don't think I can.
No, it's opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just wondering if you can draw your weapon as part of an opportunity attack. I feel like I don't see why not. As part of opportunity attack. Because it's going to be kind of key, potentially. Opportunity attack is someone else's turn, so you can't draw your weapon. If you don't have a weapon in hand, then you can't use it to make an opportunity attack. Okay. I don't think you're going to be able to, dude.
Just go for a headshot. Just headshot him.
As part of my reaction, can I wait for him to get 5 foot away before I shoot him with the bow? Or, no,
you can't shoot bows with opportunity attacks, but you can punch.
you can shoot him at disadvantage.
It wouldn't be because he's running away. Because it's different type of combat, right?
I thought
I didn't mean
opportunity
to click
attack.
that.
You're shooting him in the back, literally.
I mean, you can still shoot him.
I mean, my options here is to stab him with a dagger sword, use the bow, or use an unarmed strike. That's my 3 options. Whatever Riv says I can do.
It needs to be a melee attack for an opportunity attack.
Oh.
Yeah,
Then
okay.
he only can
Cool.
punch. He only can punch him in the face.
All right, can I improvise weapon unarmed strike him with the bow as flavor?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
So just use the unarmed strike button, I'm guessing.
Yep. Nice, that hits.
Do I get a different damage roll because it's an improvised weapon, or just use the unarmed strike?
You usually take the damage of the most closely related weapon, so like a club.
I thought improvised weapons were just a straight D4.
Nah, it depends on what it is. So if you pick up like a chair leg or something like that you've broken off in a bar brawl, you can use it like a club.
Okay.
And so it would have the damage of a club. I'm just wondering whether or not I can allow you to use your bow as a club. Let's put it this way. If you really want to unleash with it, I'll let you do club damage, but we'll make a roll on whether or not your bow sustains any damage. Otherwise, you can just do normal unarmed strike damage.
Exactly what I knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
I'm not breaking my bow.
Fair enough. Okay.
All right, well, I hit him.
You hit him. You give him a good pat on the back. And yeah, he continues to run on down the
Does
stairs.
Arendor get an opportunity attack as well, or nah?
Didn't make it.
Yeah, what did you do, Arendor, on your turn?
Well, I mean,
You tried to shoot at him with your bow, eh?
Yeah.
yeah.
You could have.
And he wasn't really 5.
It would be hard, I think. I don't think you could be close enough to do a melee attack unless you're really, really squeezed in, and you probably wouldn't have had enough movement for that. I don't think you can have an opportunity attack. It'll be too far. Okay. Well, he's got.
I throw the rusty nail.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, has to be melee. I think this has to happen.
No, can you? Oh wait, this is melee attack. Can you use these cantrip?
Only if he's Warcaster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. The guard continues to run on down the stairs. Then he sustains a smack on the back of his head, but carries on rolling. So he's got a helmet on. Gets to the bottom, goes over to where the sort of like winch area is on this side. There is also a winch on this side, and behind it, you see him disappear into another room that's closed off. And moments later, you just hear dong, dong, as a bell starts ringing.
Ah, fuck.
I would have preferred a dead man switch on the gate. Oh well.
Valoran, over to you.
I just swear loudly. Oh well, at least we got the gate open. It just means that the surprise is a little bit less surprising. I'll probably just move up the stairs to guard the entrance to the gatehouse and see if I can eyeball around to see where Barak and his forces are moving.
Mm-hmm.
The gate's open. The alarm sounded. Hopefully they're coming.
All right. Kai and Dondar over in the other guardhouse. Do you guys want to do anything? Otherwise, we'll go back to Rio and Arendor.
I would like to. Do I see any barrels of water anywhere? If not, I'll use my water pouch.
Okay. Probably no barrels of water, I don't think, yeah? No.
Oh, that's fine. I open up my water skin.
Yep.
And I splash water on the gears of the freaking the winch area.
Okay.
And then I use shape water and freeze the gears solid for an hour.
Okay. All right, yeah, cool, fair enough. Do I want to make you roll for this? No, I think no roll's necessary. So, I mean, you can create like 5 square feet of water or something like that?
I'll just move it. I'm not creating water. I'm using the water in my water skin.
Yeah, sorry. What I mean is you can like shape a certain amount and it just works. You can just freeze it.
Yeah, just freeze it. Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze the gears in place so they can't be moved.
Yeah, great. Okay. It looks like it's worked. Yeah, it's fully compacted the winch and all of the sort of mechanism there. It's covered. I think you can control enough water to completely cover the whole mechanism, so you're good. Great. Dondo, anything you want to do?
Is there anything there to kill?
Nah, I think you're empty on your side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check
for keys on the guards.
Yeah.
That's true. Give a check if there's anything else we can use further up in the mission.
Okay, sure, yeah. Use your action to do an investigation check, eh?
Yeah. Investigation is not there. That insight? Investigation.
No, investigation should be... Yeah, there you go. Great. You do
Not
find a
bad.
key on one of the guards. Other than
Good,
that, yeah,
good job.
just weapons and armor and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. Pocket that.
All right. Call it gatehouse key if you want to type it in as a custom item. Sweet. So we'll jump back to Rio. It'll be your go now.
Well, 35 foot to try and chase this guy down.
Yep, no problem. You can get right to him. And you see him inside the room. Yeah, he's just got a rope on a bell.
How close am I to him? Or how close can I get to him if I want to?
You can be either 10 feet away from him or 5 feet away from him.
10 foot away without blocking the door?
Yeah, you can be 10 feet away and still see him. That's fine.
Yep, sweet. Longbow.
Cool.
2 attacks.
Nice. That's easy. Very good. Also good. Damn, level 5, eh? That +1 to your proficiency does work. Cool. The bell is cut short as the guy takes a couple of arrows and pierces him against the wall. Doof, doof. And he goes down. Okay. We'll drop initiative order now, I guess, and we'll see what we guys want to do. In the moments directly after this happens, what are you guys all doing?
Swearing.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Gates are open.
Mhm.
We have the key. I want to do a quick once over. Whatever Donda looked over for the bodies, just in case. And then I want to try and get back across the other side of the camp. I mean, the bridge.
That's all you need to do. Book to the west.
We need to book it.
All right.
Looking south, are the boys on the way?
Yep.
Is the reinforcements coming?
Great. Yeah, so you can start running across the bridge, making your way over to the western bank. And yeah, easy enough. Looking down to the south, you can see the army of sailors has started moving. Seeing that the gate is opened and hearing the alarms, they have now started rushing towards the gate. As you get to the other side of the gatehouse, you see the door open in front of you. And in the distance, you hear another kind of responding bell far, far, far away in the distance. Just another ding, ding. Difficult to tell exactly where it might be coming from.
Be right back.
Well, as he says that, I was considering ending the session there. Unless you guys want to go a bit longer, I'm happy to. We could go.
Kayla said in chat he's got to go soon.
Yeah, I need to drop for Ravens.
Yeah, I thought as much. So I think that's a all-right-ish place to stop, if everyone's all good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Phase 1 complete.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
No, JC, all good, mate. I think we're going to end the session here because Kiwi's got to drop anyway, and the next bit is going to potentially take a bit of time to...
Oh,
see
you're
what
right.
happens.
Neighbours' kids are fucking screaming. It sounded like they were in my backyard. I had to go check.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Hope it's all good.
They're not
Sweet.
there. They'd be getting me going out yelling at them. Why are they in my backyard?
True. Okay, cool. I'm just going to clean up these. Okay, great. Well, okay, we've done it. The assault has started. Barrack's army is running towards the wall full speed, and you hear bells responding as people are starting to be roused. I think it's a great place to stop, and we will conclude this next time, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point of order on the map. I'm seeing a little bit here in the middle. Is that like a crossing?
Oops.
Is that just you just made up a map bit?
Yeah, so it's not... The river's quite deep. It's pretty deep up here, so you probably won't go across there unless you swim, but there are terrain that goes down to the water. The rest of it's just cliffs, yeah.
I
Like
just check.
Yeah, all good. Feel free to. I'll leave this map up. Actually, I'll make it available for you guys to check whenever you want. Feel free to ask me any questions about it that you might have gleaned.
And bearing in mind that it's obviously not like a scale map, it's just a theory of the mind assist.
It actually is to scale.
Okay.
If you zoom in, you can see the grid. The grid is actually there.
I can see the grid.
I saw it. I'm like, oh wow, this is huge.
I spent way too long making this map, dude. Like, it was actually like a whole weekend.
Wow.
It was
Nice.
good. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. 3 guardhouses at the front, 2 barracks, and then the massive wall tower that's probably holding heaps. Oh, we let the alarm out too early.
It was so close, dude. I wanted to give you an opportunity attack just to see if you could stop that dude.
That's why I said, can I use something else? Because I couldn't use the bow, and I've got a -1 to strength, and it says unarmed attack is 1 minus strength, 1 plus strength. So I knew I was going to do 0s. I'm like, can I use the dagger at least?
I was thinking just anything. What could I do to give you a bit? The dice rolled what they did. If that guy hadn't rolled such high initiative, you would have cleaned them up probably. But
Yeah.
Well, that's why I tried to get in front of him. I'm like, if I can block his path, and then I can use my next action to swap, and I'll just eat the hit.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, if you blocked his path, he would have had to spend a heap of movement to try and get past you, and he probably wouldn't have made it. So, hey, I mean, it was worth a try. It was a really good shot. The dice just sometimes screw us.
Here's what it is.
Yeah, it's D&D.
I thought he was going for like another gate switch that would have just instantly dumped it in the other tower. And I was like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
that
too.
probably would have been better because at least we could have worked around that. But
Yeah.
the alarm, and especially ringing in the distance, that's the camps up at each end of the bridge off map. I think are active.
Well, everything's active now.
This
So.
is no got the spec ops to turn into a battle.
Yeah, there is no stealthy into the bridge now to try and set explosives. This is just going to be a sweep and clear, pretty much.
Oh, it'll be run as fast as we can, I think.
Well, maybe Riv has something else.
As the Ori and the Will of the Wisp soundtrack starts playing, I think that's good. That's good. We'll call it there, eh?
Yep.
Amazing. We'll let you go, Kiwi. I hope you have a fun time drinking with Raven tonight. Don't drink too much. It's not good for you.
I'm already like 4 vodkas in. So.
Disregard him. There's no such thing. Your liver regrows.
Incredible. All right, cool. I'll switch off.